your little doll?
You can do it. Wonder Wheel. I don't want to go through life being a Wonder Wheel murderer.
What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to another Collectable Past. And here we go again, just to let you know, collectors never quit. We may check out for a little while. We may become poor and destitute where we can't pick up anything, but we do not quit and we keep looking. I don't care if we're collecting by just window shopping and looking at all the things that we want and thinking about who we can mug before going into the store. We are not quitting. Of course, joined as always my esteemed colleague, Vinnieart.
What's up, brother? Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. And the toys took the money right out of my wallet.
They always do. Joined by our other awesome co-hosts, we got Slasher, Meg Splitter.
That's good, man.
It is good. It is all good in the hood. And, of course, we are joined by the Wiener Man himself, the man of 1,000 Cyclops blast. We got superfan Adam Shawhan.
Hey, everybody. You know, yeah, it's funny how all of a sudden you've got money and then you find a collectible and then you don't got no money. But hey, we got some pretty cool stuff to share with everybody today. So let's have some fun.
Always. That is the number one thing that we always do here. And first, of course, as always, we're going to say hi to the chat. Got Chaos Hoy was the first one in. What's up, Chaos Hoy? Stopping in. Always asking about the pigs, and the pigs do appreciate it. They're doing okay. Helmet's a little still what is upper respiratory, but we're working on it. Lurch, slight return up in the house. What's up, Lurch? Super fan up in the chat, up on the panel. Papa Cotton in the house. Piggy time. What's going on, Papa? Good to see you. I know Keely Chow is also in the house. What's going on? Carl is in the house too. What's up, Carl? Good to see you, man. Curtis YZ also up in the house. Good to see you, Curtis, my man. What's up? Guys, be sure to share the links out there because the pig was last minute freaking scrapping to try to get everything uploaded for this video. So I did not have time to promote it. My paws are very tired. There was a lot of running around, but I am here. And I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance either. It's been, this whole week has been insane.
Curtis already dropping links, man. There you go, man.
Hell
there
yeah.
you go. Appreciate that, Curtis, man.
Thank you, man.
Mad respect. Papa Cotton, old G.I. Joes or dolls. Just saying. Well, I mean, technically you're not wrong.
The manly dolls.
They're dolls that's going to protect the border of Texas.
Dolls are gonna rip your head off.
Goddamn, Papa. Goddamn.
He on your neck.
Papa's treating the like button with much respect because he said he just smashed a pig on the like button, but she had to go. Hashtag get a wet wipe.
Clean up those filthy.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Another and actually a very good week for me. A few things changed for me, thank God, but I'm not going to get into all that right now. Everybody behind the scenes know what happened, and it definitely has changed my fortunes a bit because I was worried how I was going to get through this month, but not worried anymore. Not worried anymore.
That's good, man. Hey, a win in any for any of us is a win for all of us.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Yeah.
Somebody might have to back another art book too. I feel that may happen while that's still sitting up, but yeah, I want to get this mother kicked and get this rolling with the first toy review. Now, this is technically the weakest one out of the lot that I'm going to start with. So I wanted to get the weak one out of the way first, and then as we get into it, we're going to start hitting some really good ones, and especially by getting towards the end of the show, I've got a fantastic piece that I literally just picked up yesterday. And holy shit, I was impressed with this damn thing. Oh, we're also joined by Swerve Tip.
What up?
What's going on? Don't
Right,
adjust your TVs. I am white.
Wait a minute. Something's wrong here. Hold on. Let me
Adjust your vertical and your hue.
Wait a minute, I'm so confused. That son of a bitch was a lot darker on the last stream that I seen him.
I don't know.
We'll go back to it.
That son of a bitch is whitewashing on us.
He still looks pretty dark to me, man. He's very Egyptian colored and shit.
We built the pyramids. Shit. Good to be here, man. Sorry to interrupt. Thanks for having me, man. What's going on, gentlemen?
Always welcome here, Rob. What's going on, Jedi Bill? Okay, I'm going to kick it off with the first one. Like I said, weakest one out of the things that I'm showing today. I'm hoping Vinnie picks up the slack for this first one. But here we go.
Welcome back as we're hanging out with Cliff Jumper, the master of the Transformers, right, Cliff Jumper? Oh, yeah, Cliff Jumper's getting his nom on, got himself a pepper, and we are getting ready to take a look at another Transformers toy. So, this one coming by way of Legacy Evolution, Robots in Disguise 2015 universe, we have Strong Arm. This is another one I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to pick up, but that was back when IDW used to do, okay with the comics before they really went into Stupidville and absolutely destroyed everything that made those comics fun. But this character was one of the ones that was introduced in that IDW series. So this one is basically a remolding of the Alita 1 that they did in the Legacy, I think it was it Legacy or Legacy Evolution? I forget completely offhand right now, but it was one that they did another version of Alita 1, and this is basically the same body, just redone so they could bring a Strong Arm. So enough talking about it, let's get this one out of the package, throw it in some action posts, and come back with our final verdict on it. Here we go with Strong Arm right out of the box. There she goes with her blaster in her hand, getting ready for combat. This one, however, is a little bit limited. So you see she's got a waist turn right there. She got a nice head turn. The arms pivot and roll up there on the top of the bicep. And just like you would expect all the other ones, single arm joint, knee joints are single. The rockers in the feet do allow for a lot of movement there. But unfortunately, the way the knees move up into the waist, you cannot get her down into a full kneeling position. But let's try a few more action poses with her. Because of all the movement is available up in their arms, you can actually get the other arm underneath like she's bracing her gun, taking off some shots. Or kneeling down to surrender because while trying to uphold the law, she broke it. Terrible use of the kiblets on the back end of there. But there you go, what would be her police cruiser. Not horrible except the back end. That's a little bit weak. And you should be able to port her gun on as well. So there she goes. She got these little millimeter ports on the side where you can plug the gun into that back end. The other side back on over here. Anyway, guys, that's all we have on this one. The best that I can give this one, the absolute best, is an 8 out of 10. It's just lacking a little bit in articulation, and those big shoulder pad things kind of get in the way when you're moving the arms back.
Yeah, you're right. That is a weaker one. I hate that mold, by the way. That's like the Taylor Swift of Transformers.
I think
that's a good way to get yourself attacked.
I know, right? No, I think the vehicle form looks pretty cool, but except for that back end, and like you can actually see right down to the legs and everything. I hate when they get lazy like that because there's a couple fold out pieces in the back end. They could have used something with another fold out to cover up that back end so you didn't see down and see the legs.
Yeah,
it the laziness on the part of Transformers. I mean, they could, it probably should have been a 7 out of 10 instead of 8. But as far as the way that the figure stands and everything, it doesn't fall over, and it's decent in that respect. And I'm not going to give it a low ball grade just because a few things are off on it, unless it really affects the way this thing could actually not only be able to articulate and be able to put it in poses, but also the transformation aspect. And I really do feel that on this one, even though the shoulders got in the way, You could still move him out of the way so you could move the arms up. It really was the freaking truck mode, the back end of the truck mode that really felt was the weakest part of this figure.
Yeah,
but like as far as the face and everything, that's how her face looked in the 2015 Robots in Disguise from IDW. That's exactly how the face looked. So
I didn't know that. Wow. Yeah, because I see it in stores. I'm like, oh, what are they just going cheaper with all this crap? But if it's close to the design of what it was, like I'm okay with that then for them doing that for fans. But yeah, that's what I'll be passing on.
Yeah, I and like I said in there, like if you weren't a fan of IDW or you at least didn't know about the stories, this one is easily overlooked by a lot of people because they're going to see Strong Arm. Who the hell is that? I never heard of that one.
Right,
a female Autobot named Strong. Nope. But it just seems like it's a diversity hire. No, it legit was in the comics.
Yeah, I didn't like the Alita one mold, so. Yeah, it's like
the earlier versions of Alita was a lot better when they did the Siege line.
Yeah,
there was a really nice one in Siege, and there was a really, really beautiful one in the Power of the Primes.
Oh, okay,
absolutely fantastic. But yeah, unfortunately, that was one of the ones that got wrecked by UPS when I shipped it from up north down here.
Was it like a longer, skinnier like vehicle?
Yeah. It was more in line. It was more in line with the cartoon.
Yeah, because I had one of them because there was like 4 different characters that were similar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Female ones.
Yeah.
I got one. I got one that was like light blue.
Yeah, that's Chromia, and I have that one in the back too.
Okay.
I couldn't find the other one. A couple of them were Pulse exclusives, I think. There was a green one called what was her name? Like Firelight or something to that nature.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. Then there was a red one in the cartoon as well, and her name was Firestar. Moon Racer was the other one.
Okay. Yeah, they're all different color ones, but yeah, I do remember those. Yeah, damn. Well, I got a couple of shorts I could show real quick to kind of break the ice a bit too.
I hope they're clean.
Yeah. I put them on this morning. No, this was I wanted to show one that actually Lurch had given me.
The G.I. Joe figure, Lady J. Lurch actually sent this to me, so thank you again, Lurch. I do have the first release of her, which it's different colors and less accessories on this one, but you can still take off her cap and make her look like she's bald. Yeah, this figure you can still find.
Is that a personal attack?
That's her Jada Pickett pose.
I did say there's a full review that Tommy had done on the original one. I do mention that here, but she didn't come with the alternate hair. Like, then they should have just glued that down. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of silly that they didn't. But
and the hat's not removable.
No. And the original figure.
I remember the original figure had a hat, and then for some reason the cartoon, no hat. I remember that.
Well, I meant the original release of the JJ Classified. She actually has that full set comes off, and you can give her just like the regular hair
from the cartoon, right? Like you give her the cartoon,
yeah. Which is cool. Like that was a great option. But why would you keep this feature if you're not going to give her the extra hair in this re-release?
You know why? You know why? That's Hasbro being lazy. I mean, it's the same thing that we just seen with that Strong Arm figure. And I thought you were kicking it up a notch here, Vinny.
Well, it's a notch above that.
It's a notch. But I mean, it's the same thing. They like to repurpose shit a lot. So if they already have a mold, and they could actually change the colors just a little bit and throw less accessories and sell it at a cheaper price point. That's exactly what they're going to do.
But here's my question. How much extra would a drop of glue have been?
that would have been too much for them, Vinny. That would have been way too much for them.
Holy shit.
You're expecting way too much of Hasbro.
Yeah, they're ridiculous. But we do have another cool one. We have the 1989 Batwing from Hot Wheels. Yeah, this thing was really cool. I had gotten this one before the holiday season around that time, so I haven't had a chance to film it yet. And I'm like, oh, I'll just do a quick short now.
That's dope. I like that.
Yeah, it looks cool, but they made one fatal mistake with this.
The red on it? Looks like there was red on it.
No, this stupid base. This thing was an epic fail. I don't know what the hell kind of design it is. That needed to be a ball joint underneath. That way you could pivot it back and forth and you know, whatever angle you want. Nope, they did not do that. It's one plug-in, and the slightest move and the thing will topple over. You can put it in the opposite way. You're going to have the same issue. It's like, why would they do that? Why not do a proper stand? All you need is like a perfect ball, you know, at the end of that, and just plug it right in. Boom. But this is these companies, you know, really thinking about the fans. Assholes. But sculpt wise and everything, I do think it looks nice. There's not enough die cast on it either. It's just the main body part. The wings are all plastic. So it's like the price point on these things are ridiculous. This thing should have been tops $5. This thing was $9.99.
Yeah, I have a couple of Batmobiles.
Wow.
A couple of Hot Wheels Batmobiles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a wall full.
Yeah, I got the original 89, but I got it years and years ago, man, maybe 15 years ago. I got the 89 one, and then I got the tumbler that are like, you know, from this kind of line, because they re-released those. But this one, I never really find it anywhere. I never really see it. So I did find this one in stores. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not going to sleep on it.
Yeah, Papa's saying that's the same base that comes with all the Star Wars micro machines. And yes, you are right. It also came with the Star Trek micro machines as well.
Wow. So that's them being extra cheap.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
Oh, what's going on, Tollbat?
What's up, Tollbat?
Tollbat's in the house. I bid 2 bottle caps and 1 washer for that toy. I think he's talking about the last one. Companies enjoy saving money. You're not wrong. Godzillionaire. Did you all see the neck of the thing? Dog figure they're releasing. Not releasing, released.
Yeah, it's out.
I'd actually talked about it before it even before anybody else really knew it was out in stores already. We knew it was coming, but we didn't know it was out in stores. And I'd sent it over to Trina.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's from what I understand, it is a pain in the ass of a figure. Lots of heating up parts in order to get them to plug in properly, and it's very fragile.
You're not wrong, Lurch.
Right?
What up, Soul Assassin?
Crazy, man.
What's up, yep?
Yeah, man. And thanks again, Lurch, though. Yeah, that is cool. Like I said, I have the original Lady J. I didn't have this version, and he threw it in with when he sent me that ratchet. He's like, you know, I could send you one. I'm like, I don't really need it. Don't worry about it. And he put it in anyway. He's like, yeah, here you go.
Sweet.
But
Did you ever have the back in the day Lady J figure, the OG?
I might have. I can't remember fully.
I never had that one.
Me either.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that were very hard to find. And yeah, the female ones, for some reason they were very kind of short ordered. They didn't use like the shade figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Lurch remembers that too. Moonracer, Firestar, Alita 1, and Chromia, and I keep thinking her name is Greenlight, but I cannot be sure.
Alpha try.
Okay, because there's a green colored one in that original episode as well. A search for Alpha Trion. It was in season 2. I forget the episode number, but yeah, it was season 2. I remember I got into an argument with a so-called bigger YouTuber who's it was all gender swapping. And like, obviously, you never watch the original Sunblock cartoons, have you? Stupid.
Yeah.
They sound gay.
What up, Snowdub, man? Good to see you, man. Good
What's
to
up,
see
Snowdub?
Hey, Snowdub.
Hey,
The only big piece I have less is Count Dooku Unleashed statue. You know, I got the Darth Maul one, and originally somebody here on YouTube had bought it, but he gave me the wrong address. No, he didn't. He gave me his address, but he gave me his YouTube name. So it wound up being undeliverable because of the name somehow, which I don't see why that should have made a difference. But he was in the process of getting ready to move. So it might have been he moved and they couldn't redirect it because they didn't have his proper name. But
Or they're just lazy, Tommy.
you know, it came back to me. I said, dude, you want me to send it back out? He's like, no, I'm not worried about it. I said, but you paid for it. I was like, this is good. You don't understand. This is going to kill me because you paid for it and it got sent back to me.
Yeah. Damn.
Never reached back out, and it's still sitting in the back room, and it will continue to sit there. Brand new freaking Darth Maul Unleashed figure.
Shit.
Well, you know, if you ever want to resell it, you got, you know, a couple guys interested.
Is the Unleashed ones, were they like they were just like in dynamic poses?
Yes, yeah, they were dynamic. They were basically like giant statues with just like a very slight amount of articulation. I think it was in the arms.
Oh, they were big?
Yeah. They were, God, what were they like? I want to say they were close to 10 inches tall. I mean, maybe just under, maybe 9, somewhere around there.
But they were like in like a regular package.
Yeah, they were in a big plastic bubble package.
Yep.
Yeah, take a photo for me.
It's bad. It's
I'm curious. Yeah, Darth Maul's kind of like he's like one of the few characters I really.
That's why I thought it. I'm like, yeah, if you're ever gonna sell it, yeah, you got a couple guys on the panel, me being one, Vinnie being one, especially if it's yeah. And I know
it's a beautiful looking figure too. It's definitely a beautiful looking figure.
Yeah, nice. I know which one you're talking about. Trust me, Vinnie, it's nice.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Do you want me to blow my full load now, or
I can go again? I can go again. Soul Assassin, Firestar, the chick from the Spider-Man show. No, completely different Firestar. I had the A-list Secure Darth Vader ones, but I sold those. Yeah, the A-list Secure one was really nice too. I forget what the Darth Vader one looked like, but I mean that whole series of Unleashed figures were absolutely phenomenal. Why does Vinnie want Tommy to take a picture of his 10-inch figure? Oh, Jesus. He went there. I didn't. It wasn't me.
Don't put words in anyone's mouth. I did not say that.
And don't put anything else in somebody else's mouth without consent. Okay, here we go with my second one.
Rodimus, quick! There's been an accident. The new Autobots are monster bots.
They're monsters, all right.
Decepticons.
Monster bots, attack! I'm glad those monsters are on our side.
The Transformers. Much more than meets the eye.
And they've even got sparks blasting out of Transformers Monster Bots sold separately from Hasbro.
Welcome back. Oh, we got old Repugnus sitting out here, and you probably wonder why I just did something recently on Collectable Past about him. But I started like researching. I was trying to figure out what the hell else his backpack thing was supposed to be for. Just it flips up when he's in robot mode and flips back in bug mode. It's supposed to be, I guess, like wings or something like that. But as I was researching and looked at some of the pictures, see if there was anything else to do with this backpack, I discovered something. So this one actually came secondhand, so we didn't have this one brand new. When I first got this thing, these legs were on the wrong side, because I noticed when I put them in bug mode, the clawed feet were out front, and they were out front on the robot mode. And somebody had taken this thing apart. They had this leg on the other side, had swapped legs out. Turns out that these arms are in the wrong position. So these are supposed to be underneath, and basically what's supposed to be the robot arms are supposed to be up top. I really don't understand how somebody could have screwed something up like that, but shit happens. So, I mean, we're just going to take it apart. Just like be real careful getting the screws. Like sometimes you tighten just a little bit and then loosen them. That'll be able to break them loose. Now, if you find that they're like super tight and they don't want to move, the absolute best thing to do is to put a heat source on it. Now we can go ahead and put this arm in properly like that. There it goes. Pop the screw back in. Do the same to the other side. There we go. There's one side done. Now just get the other side. And there we go with Repugnix back in the correct position where everything should be. A lot easier to pull his claws out now. So there he goes. Let's go ahead and transform him, make sure everything looks right. And you put the hands up. Put your hands up, son. And there you go with Repugnance.
The Transformers, more than meets the eye. The Transformers.
That's crazy.
I don't understand how people do this secondhand. Like they take these things apart and they put them everything in the wrong order, like everything. And no, that wasn't a Coke nail. I don't have no money for Coke. Awesome. What's going on, man? Looks like the burger guy from McDonald's.
Yeah, I'm glad you busted out the burger monster again.
Yeah, that one bugs me. Yeah, that one actually, the sparks still do work in it, but we're missing his weapon. Is what it is.
I like Micro Machine Tommy.
Again, right? The speed up. Well, I had to make time because I get roughly about 3 minutes for StreamYards for my clips, just over 3, and that is all I'm afforded to have. So, well, how do I make this work as a video? And I just sped it the fuck up. Oh, like screw it.
I think it's funny.
But I got one more, and then Adam, if you got something and you want to go,
I got plenty, man. So whatever you need, buddy. No
all right,
problem. Well, I came prepared today, Tommy.
Well, we're gonna bust into a toy break real quick, and then Adam, you are at the plate. So here we go.
That is something a little bit different. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Interesting. It's Batman in black and white. Check it out, check it out. NECA's got a few more Toon comics. They got Superman at this store along with the Joker. I think that is unfortunately all they have is just a Joker and Superman.
Damn, I didn't know those were out.
Were those statues? The first two were statues, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was from the Killing Joke. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which store was that?
Where do you think?
That's Target.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know they started putting DC Direct statues in Targets. That's crazy.
What was the cost on that, Tommy? I didn't see it.
I want to say it was $19.99, but I could be mistaken. I thought it was $19.99. But I'm not 100% sure because sometimes when you get towards the end of the aisle, getting near the end caps, sometimes things are misplaced because they actually right next to them, they had the Stranger Things Pizza Boy one. Mm-hmm. And I know that wasn't supposed to be there because the Transformer aisle is like 2 aisles over.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because I know those DC Direct statues, unless they're making them cheaper now. When those first came out, because they had like a lot of like the black and white Batman ones, those range anywhere from like $60 to $100.
Yeah, I was wondering if I thought the Batman figure was gray. That statue was gray. It looked like it.
Yeah.
But the Joker was in color though, right?
Yeah, he was.
Joker statue was badass. The Joker figure, the Superman, like those were pretty cool looking for being what they were. I was like, oh, it's like those are actually pretty nice. Now you're gonna make me go to Target, you damn pig.
No, I know the first time I'd seen it was, what was that, like 3 weeks ago, Vinnie? The first time I brought up the Toonie comics with the Joker.
I think so.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
saw them somewhere too. Yeah.
You showed that Joker figure before. Yeah.
But this is the first time I've seen the Superman one too. So
Yeah, I didn't see that Superman before.
I think it's really cool that NECA is actually expanding that line instead of just having everything in their Toonie Terrors. It's nice that they're expanding in some other stuff. I mean, I think that leaves a lot of options on the table for
NECA's
newer
doing
style
DC
figures.
stuff now.
Yeah, they're doing a little bit of everything now.
How many different companies are making figures for DC now?
All of them.
There's a lot.
Yeah, well, McFarlane has the main rights, but yeah, DC Direct, they still have, they can still do their statues and shit.
Yeah, well, I remember like when I was getting the DC Direct figures in the 2000s, it was just DC Direct was like it wasn't DC Direct and NECA or DC Direct and this company.
Yes.
Just
They're trying
DC
to milk
Direct.
it as much as they could.
Papa. Mecca's expanding her line too. Her waistline.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you look. She's like the #1 supporter of Franzia box wine and cat food.
You know what? She is the reason why there was an absolute loss of brine for roads this winter season. So,
Jesus.
what's going on, Bad Take Boach? I hope that you're doing well. I know Trina's in the house as well. Got the ladies in the house. It's always
What's
nice.
up, ladies?
Oh yeah.
But we should do it properly. Hello, ladies.
Yeah,
You want
hi,
choppy
ladies.
choppy?
Can I buy you a 5th sandwich?
You want choppy choppy, Vinnie? Choppy choppy?
No choppy choppy. Wait, a fish sandwich or a fisk sandwich?
No, not a 5th sandwich. That's coaster, baby. We're not talking coaster, daddy.
No.
Pardon me if you
Oh,
will.
shit. Sorry, we're a little mental.
Not at all.
Little.
Right.
Who's got some more figures to show off?
Adam's up.
So yeah, man. So this is the Kane figure, which with the cape, which sure, whatever.
Hell yeah.
Does he have his voice box thing?
He has
Is that his voice box thing?
Oh, that's great.
Yes, I know, right? And he came with the title, and again,
Oh, that's awesome that they gave him the fucking.
it moves and does all that cool stuff. And Vinnie, like you told me, just pull the head up and it'll come on, and all that because I didn't want to break it. That's got the toes and everything. It moves, but it's been hanging out with the ETEP stuff over there. Hanging out with the kazoo. But the thing that was really cool, or the only issue I have with it is they were so lazy that they didn't paint in between the elbow, so it's not red. So when you bend it, it's peach color or skin
Really?
color.
Wow.
Yeah, and these are the ones that are now really, really expensive, but they used to be like 25, and now they're like 35 everywhere.
Yeah, I came very close to picking up him and Undertaker, and at the time I couldn't. It's just
What type of Undertaker was it?
It's the Ministry.
Cool.
It's the Ministry.
So we got like the trench coat vest and shit.
Tommy's got it. He did a review on it. But that's the only negative thing that I found. Came with the other heads and hands and stuff. And I was like, well, all right. And I remember when he did, and I thought it was hilarious when he did. Because for me, Kane was the second threat to the Undertaker, right? Like we had Mankind, good old Cactus Jack McFarlane. So we had Mankind when he first debuted. That was a threat.
Mm-hmm.
And then for Kane, that was like the next big one. But I led with this one because I knew Vinnie. I know that was one, but because we have the 25-year Kane belt here, which is one of my favorite versions because it's the block emblem. It's not the scratch. Of course, it should say F, not just WWE, but we're stuck with the E. So. But again, I know some people don't like the Signature Series, but this is the whole point of the Signature Series. Like Kane was a badass, Him and Austin held this title with the blue strap completely. That was it. They were the only two to hold it. And so this was the belt that they decided to come out with for Kane, which does kind of look like the mask. And again, the back.
Dude, it's still really cool looking, man.
I like it. And again, to each their own. You got the straps, I just thought if you're going to go, right, like I don't agree with the monster. Should have been Big Red Machine, but I do think they called him that later. I think it's, and this one has a curve. So many of them don't, though they're flat. The other ones I'm going to show are flat as hell. This at least has that curve. So if you do decide to wear it on your waistline, it actually does, again, snug up. It's not flat like a pancake. But I thought it was pretty cool for what it was. And then, of course, with this one being the, here's the bag it came with, 25 years. Pretty badass. It was on the shop for $200, man. And that's the trick with WWE. If you pay attention, you can get their $400 or $500 titles for $200. That's how I did it. But we've got, of course, we've seen this on a certain arm. I don't know whose arm that could have possibly been on this channel that's got it, but it ain't mine. A certain guinea pig. But you know, when you take the Undertaker belt, which was one of the first ones they did, which is also flat as ever, but we've got the you know,
I like what they did with the strap on that.
Yeah, it's
That's
what's
really
really
cool.
nice too. It's got a kick butt, huge buckle there, or and help me, Pete. Tip,
What
belt
now?
tip. The belt tip's really, really, really big. My English wasn't working, but yeah, it's got
Just the tip, Daddy.
there it is, the tip. And then the best part, the official ones here are purple. So
Sweet.
yeah. Instead of being, you know, it's a velvet kind of feel to it as well, with lots and lots, and then it's probably not coming through very well. But I need to change it from red. But yeah, I don't know. This was one of the very first ones I got my hands on. Again, my biggest complaint with most of these is the fact that the belts themselves are flat. There you go. But the platinum color on here for a big, the green's coming through. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, there we go. The purple coming through.
That thing's gorgeous.
So yeah, and I mean it looks good next to the cane. But what I want to talk about is another time frame here. This is getting heavy with these two damn belts in my lap. I'm just saying. But no, is this one here, which I also got for 200, which I'm not complaining about at all, because it's the Brothers of Destruction, you know, and it's the
hell
tag.
yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
And I mean, personally, there's been plenty of tag champions that we've all loved. You know, Legion of Doom, you know, Heart Foundation, for those of us that are Heart Foundation fans. But yeah, one side's Kane, one side's The Undertaker. And this was the killer for me, too. It's the classic style of belt, but now they cover up everything in the back, so it covers up the screws. But it's the tag belts that, again, the British Bulldogs had. This is that face plate that they had.
The 80s into the 90s, yeah.
Yep. And so now I have, other than the IC belt, in this color, Taker's belt, the tag belts. The only one I would need would be, of course, the IC title, kind of like this.
That's kind of cool, too, that the two plates there alongside the belt are actually tombstones.
Yeah. I was thinking they should have did something like that for the Undertaker one. They should have had some sort of tombstone design on it.
Yep. But I mean, again, to do this, so they had this and the cane belt for 200 each on the website right before they discontinued them.
Adam, you got a question. Papa Cotton wants to know, how the fuck do you stop yourself from wearing that every day?
It just came today. What it does, it has the studs on it, and I don't know, it's just sick. I've got some pictures that I took of them on the wall.
Yeah, he wrote me earlier. He says, Vinny, I'll take it off when I got to sit down to show them off. And because as soon as the stream's done, he's going to put it back on.
It's been a while since I've seen this guy, but no joke, this dude would walk around my neighborhood with the big gold belt on his he would hold it on his arm, like over his shoulder. God. And I'm online at a pizzeria. He's fucking standing there. This dude was like this skinny white dude with long hair, and he's wearing a jacket and like purple spandex pants. Like he's walking. He's just standing online like that. He's just standing online in the pizzeria like that. Then I see him later on at another store like that. I haven't seen him in a couple of years though. Maybe someone beat him. Maybe someone fucking challenged him for the belt and beat him.
If people did when they came and met us, because ETEP can testify this, I've showed up with the new Wakulian Order belt.
But I'm saying someone probably it was like hardcore rules. Like if he's in the store, someone could challenge him for the belt and beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, Papa said that last one. He not only would he rock those every day, but he said that last one was definitely for grocery shopping.
Dude, that is great though.
But yeah, I mean, we're wrestling fans here, you know, and again, we go from the Undertaker, classic Undertaker, Dead Man's Inc. was pretty badass. He redid himself numerous times. Kane, same thing. I liked him kind of more.
I know a lot of people didn't like Biker. I thought he was cool, man. I thought
I did.
Cool
I liked that.
He reinvent himself. I thought that was him being himself, you know.
Yeah, I liked him spitting chawl everywhere. I can't even tell you how much fun it is to watch somebody spit chawl inside the ring.
It was a shock to me the first time I saw it because again, I missed a lot of stuff that was going on, and because I was traveling and working, and I'm at my cousin's, and he's like, "Oh yeah, man, we're gonna put on some more." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I haven't seen it in a minute." He puts that on. I'm like, "What the fuck happened?" Everything was different, and I'm like, "Yeah, he's coming out like that on a motorcycle." I'm like, "What happened to the Undertaker?"
Yeah, that they referred to that as American Badass.
American Badass era Undertaker.
Yep.
Kid Rock and Limp Bizkit time frames. I call it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, but
how
again,
how funny. Well, how funny is it now thinking about it? Without a doubt, the Kid Rock version of the music was definitely a lot better in retrospect.
What about the later one they gave him? You done it now. You gone and made a big mistake. I think that was the last one.
Many of us do, Papa. No worries. Yeah. And what's going on, CJH? Yeah, that guy needs to be strung up. He needs to be drawn and quartered.
Yep.
Hey, again, you guys should be thanking me every day. I stopped McFarlane from making those Limp Bizkit figures.
Yeah. Why they'd be dirt cheap right now? They'd probably actually be in a landfill next to Atari.
You know how much plastic you would have wasted? I mean, come on.
Get something else for the weirdos to scream about. I wouldn't bother me a bit. Etep, do you got anything tonight?
I just bought a VHS Star Wars trilogy set, original trilogy, on Marketplace for $15.
Nice.
Oh wow.
And it's a local score for me too, so
even nice.
Not a the guy actually lives like 5 minutes away from me, and I have no idea who he is. It's kind of weird.
Where I live, Adam was the guy that bought your old house, right?
That would be freaking hilarious. Yeah, do you know where this is? Wait, what'd you say? That's my old house. Hey, I got to dig up a couple things in the backyard. I'm gonna need you to go away for a few hours.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm trying to find it. I had a fucking pic. I don't know. I don't have any pictures of it. I really, that's the only thing I just bought that literally like while Adam was showing belts. I was finishing the sale of it.
Yeah. Solus asks Vinnie's not down with the Nookie. No, I'm not. I'm down with the Wookiee.
Did it all for a Wookiee. A Wookiee.
What?
A Wookiee. A Wookiee.
Stick it up your.
That was my nickname for Leia because she wouldn't trim up that bush. Sorry.
Well, I got one other one that I can go with in the meantime. What would you say? You have like one or two more, Vinnie?
I got one more. It was kind of it's like a redo.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I can go again. It's not a problem.
Sure.
I got a couple here, and then I'll do the two that I have. Then you can go again, and then believe it or not, after that, I still got quite a few things to actually go for the rest of the show. Believe it or not, like overly prepared today. Even though CenturyLink wasn't working with me, I was still fighting, and I won. But yeah. So this is the next one. This was another one of those side figures. It's one of the ones that I sometimes pick up from this line. Sometimes I don't. It all depends on the figure. But this one, I definitely had to get.
Come back as we're hanging out with Strike the Hard Icon Pig. Strike's getting his dime on. Got a nice pepper, don't you, Strike? Having a good time as always. And the Horror Icon Pig knows what is good, and he is ready for this next horror-related review. So, by way of NECA and Toonie Terrors, we have Vincent Price. Seeing this one out in the store, it's the first time I've seen it, and I know that NECA is actually getting ready to do an Ultimates version of Vincent Price as well. Definitely interested in picking up that one. Usually I don't open up these Toonie Terrors. These ones are pretty much just wall hangers for me, but damn does this one look pretty damn good. I really like all the stuff that they put in there. The cat, the skull, the extra hand, and of course he's got his cigarette and the one that he's got already on the figure. I think this is a pretty decent representation of Vincent Price, and I think NECA did it right with this Toonie Terrors release of him. I think this one's nice, and the price point on these did come down ever so slightly, so now they're sitting right around 15, where before they were almost 18, so it's always helpful when they're a little less hurtful on the wallet. Anyway, guys, I think this one is decent. I'd give this one a good 9 out of 10. I think it looks pretty good. It falls in line with everything else they've done with Toonie Terrors, and it does look like Vincent Price.
Dude, that looks amazing. I still think that price point is way too much.
Well, I mean, it's nice that it came down a little bit because those things were going for over $18. I mean, it is back down to around 15 now, but still.
How? What's the scale on this?
They're right around about 5 inches, I want to say.
Something like that, yeah. But that's crazy, man. I know, like the special edition, like those kind of box set ones, those are usually around 30 to 35, something like that. It's like,
and how many do you get with the box set?
It's usually 2. They usually put 2.
That's it.
Or if it's like a big one, like a big character,
or if it has like a couch or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because like Elvira, she came with the couch, like she was laying down. They did 2 versions of her. That box one was like she was laying down, and they gave her the little punk poodle. I was tempted. I had put it somewhere, and then I'm like, maybe if they have it again next time, and they never had it again. I'm like,
so if they did like an Addams Family box set, that should probably be over $100, right?
No, that would probably be around the $40 range because that's usually what they have for the bigger ones. Because I got the Jaws and Quint set.
Yeah.
And the Jaws is pretty large compared to the Quint figure. Like you could actually stuff the whole Quint figure right into Jaws' mouth.
Yeah.
And it comes like at a harpoon and everything like that. So that one was sitting around 35, in between the 35 to 40 range. Then they did American Werewolf in London where they've got Jack, and then they've got the Wolf.
Yeah.
And that one's right around the same 35 range. And then they had the one for Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, where they got the 3 little animatronic evil doers or whatever the hell, the pumpkin, the witch, and the what is that, the skeleton. So they got those in a 3-pack, and they're somewhere right around that $35 to $40 range as well. So
that was a Toonie Terror?
Yeah.
Because I saw one of
those.
Well,
they did it as a regular pack, and they also did it as Toonie Terrors. They did it as both.
Oh, okay. Because I remember seeing the packaging in Target. I opened it up, but it wasn't Toonie Terrors. Like they had I think soft goods on them as well. Like they were like little kid figures that, I guess they went in scale with the regular 7-inch line. But yeah, that's cool stuff though, man. They do look amazing. That Vincent Price looks incredible.
I think for a Toonie Terror, there's definitely a lot of detail in that one, especially in the face and everything. It looks like them.
Yeah. Which means that Vincent Price figure should be coming out soon if that one's already out.
Yes, I'm surprised it not already is. Oh man, I'm looking forward to seeing that one. What's up, Planet Tobar? Good to see you.
What's up, buddy?
CJH, Tommy, did you know no one has bothered to make screen accurate small soldier action figures? I remember Burger King did ones that looked fairly screen accurate. It wasn't perfect, but I do remember seeing those.
They had keychain character heads. Excuse me, their eyes lit up, and I had one of those. It was the the general? Was it Kelsey Grammer? Who did the main bad
Tommy
guys
Lee Jones.
toys? Tommy Lee Jones. Sorry, Kelsey Grammer. Jesus Christ. Yeah. But I had one of those, and you just push the little thing in the back, and his eyes glowed red. It was just kind of fucking cool. But I never got any of the figures. Those would have been dope though, because those characters were freaking awesome.
Yeah, I seem to recall toys. I seem to recall some toys. I remember Burger King ones because my brother has a few in the back, and one of them's the little soldier guy with the whitish gray hair or whatever.
The one with the flat top, right?
Yeah.
That's the Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, that's the head I had.
Yeah, my brother has that little figure, and I'm pretty sure that one in particular was a Burger King figure, but it was a full figure. It just, it was like the figures of the time. It wasn't incredibly articulated, so.
Yeah.
No, Time Profit, the black and white doesn't matter. Black and whites will be the same damn price as the color ones. Makes no difference.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, you think less paint applications, but nope.
Yeah.
They're like collectors. Bend over,
And grab your ankles and smile.
right?
No, I hear you, CJH. I hear you. I mean, maybe eventually. You just never know. You never know. It's possible, Papa, because those are the ones I'm remembering. Is the Burger King ones, and like I said, we have some of them in the back. So I'm thinking that's what it was. I mean, that'd be something we could probably do a little research for and figure it out. But Etep, did you have something?
Yeah, actually, slipped my mind because they're behind the green screen here. I have the. I don't think I've shown this one on here yet.
Oh, nice.
Nope.
Halloween, the Halloween 2, and we were on. I believe it was this show in October when one of you guys pointed this out to me. So I was like,
Yeah, I had mentioned it. I think Vinnie had mentioned it.
yeah. And
Nice.
first of all, the box art on this is absolutely gorgeous.
Amazing.
Yeah. Hey Trey.
What's up, Trey?
What's up, buddy?
Hey Trey.
We're showing the Michael Myers and Dr. Loomis off here. I got to get him from an angle there, but
Did you see the one with
here, turn that
with
monitor
Loomis
off.
and Lori?
There. I didn't see that one, but
That's a
don't
different
tempt
scale.
me. Now I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
buy that one too. But yeah, this is and Loomis has different hands. There's 2 pistols. His hand down here. There's a lighter in his. It's not gonna work because the green screen.
I see
But
it.
yeah, he's got the lighter lit down there, and then there's and you've got the this. Jesus Christ, help me, Rhonda. You've got the scalpel and the kitchen knife. The pumpkin up here, which is really cool.
Yeah, there's a flame.
Yeah. Yep. There's a flame.
Effect.
That is awesome.
Yep. Flame, hammer.
Yeah.
Michael has an alternate. I gotta remember. He's got an alternate head right here with the bleeding eyes, which
Yeah.
is a really, really kick-ass looking effect. But
That is
yeah,
so
that's
cool. I think that lantern
that's
lights
the
up
NECA
too.
Halloween 2-pack.
Yeah, if it should. I know they did one that did light up for sure. I don't
know. This one, it looks like it's solid, but yeah, this was, I had, when you guys showed me this, I'm like, I you know what? And now I have Michael and Loomis. All right. The next one we have here, and I have Ghostface open. I opened him up.
Yeah.
He's, this one is getting opened up and getting put on the wall upstairs by the picture of me with Doug Bradley and my 2 original Pinhead art pieces, which is going to be my next tattoo. But we have Pinhead. My wife got me this for Christmas.
That's awesome.
The ultimate Pinhead from NECA. Again, the box art on these is great. This is the actual figure on the back.
Yeah, this thing is amazing.
The likeness. And having met Doug Bradley, I can say that this is a phenomenal fucking. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, the figure, it's got the 2 heads. You got 4 hands. He has some weapons. He's got like the little.
He's got the chains and the hooks.
Yeah, well, just no, the one little hook there. I
thought he had a chain too.
He's got. There's 2 lament configurations, which is cool. Yeah, really, really nice. I wish you got. Sorry about the green screen.
I know, and the material, whatever they use for like his skirt piece, is like it's so accurate too.
It looks really good, and I'm gonna open these up eventually. And like I said, he's going on a shelf.
Yeah. Well, that's what's good about the way NECA does them like that, the ultimate ones, because you could just slide them out, pop them back in and out, or whatever you want to do.
Yep. Yeah, these were great. But yeah, I love Hellraiser. Just the first 2. Just the first. Anything after that is just. But yeah, that's going to be my tat. Nelson's going to do it. He did my Jason Voorhees and microphone over here, and we're doing the whole thing from shoulder to elbow is going to be Pinhead, with the lament configuration. But yeah, that's kind of what I had tonight.
Dude, yeah, no, those are killer pieces. They really are, man.
Have a good night, Time Prophet.
Yeah, have a great night, Time Prophet.
See you, Time Prophet.
Yeah, that Pinhead.
Pinhead is a great character.
Yeah, the design is so good on those. But yeah, and yeah, that 2-pack, the Halloween 2-pack, I was tempted a couple of times, but it was like, yeah, out of my budget at the time.
It was on sale. I wouldn't have, it was $100 set.
Oh,
you know that I got that, like it was like $50. That's the same reason I bought that 15-pack of GI Joes that retailed for $260 and it was on sale for $67. I'm like, I'm buying it. They're all up in the living room with a bunch of his tanks right now because me and Trey were playing with them.
Yeah, I got the Vipers that same night, remember? Because we found the sales and shit.
Yes. They were here to vipe and wash the windows.
Oh man,
that's pretty awesome. That's awesome that you had that to follow up the horror one. But before I hand it back over to Vinnie, I do have one more, and I'm taking it in a completely different direction here with this one. I was impressed with the first figure I picked up. So when I seen this one, he's almost like his brother. So I was like, I definitely have to get this one. And I really wasn't disappointed. I mean, once again, I wish this company would have did something to the mold because they basically is a reuse of a mold. They should have did a little bit more in certain aspects, but overall, it's still a damn solid figure. So let's get in and let's check this one out.
Welcome back as we're hanging out with Andy, the archaeological pig and the biggest boy in the house. Right, Andy? Here's your pepper if you want your pepper, Andy. And we are hanging out with Andy as we are getting ready to check out something that is, well, it's got an older school theme to it. So this one is by way of Jada. From Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challengers, we have Ken Masters from that Street Fighter line. This one looks pretty damn cool. We did the Ryu one before. I haven't picked up Fei Long, and I know they have a Chun-Li one out there as well. But this one looks pretty damn nice, and I love that they do the arcade game style front packaging for it to make it look like the arcade. Of course, they got some pretty cool artwork going around the back. And then on the back of it, they're showing you all the characters maybe possibly coming in this line. So without further ado, we're going to get this one out of the box and throw it in a bunch of action poses and see what it looks like. And here we go with Ken right out of the box in a nice stationary pose. Ken does have enough movement down in the knees and in the thighs to be able to get into a full kneeling position. Showing off some more of that leg articulation right in there, got Ken in a nice wide, ready attack stance. And of course, you can see all the movement that is in the arms. Let's get him in a few more action poses, really accentuating all the movement that he has in the upper body as well. And in a bit of a pose, like he's delivering uppercut right there. And you can see where the other arm is coming all the way in because it's got a nice butterfly joint in there. A nice little pivot at the wrist as well. Bicep turn, double jointed elbow, and a tremendous amount of movement also up in the shoulder. He also has a little bit of a chest cut in there, so it's got a little bit of room to actually pivot him backwards. A good waist turn as well. Of course, Ken is not one to be modest, so he's flexing here for all of us. For those moments when Ken needs to get serious, well, he's got a secondary head right here, 2 extra hands. He comes with this nice little stand with his Hadouken blast. And of course, you see molded inside the Hadouken blast, you can probably just make it out, are his hands in the Hadouken blast. I really love that they did that with both the Ken and the Ryu figure. Anyway, guys, much like the Ryu one that I did before, this one has decent articulation. I think there are a few things that they could have improved on these ones when they were doing as they go further down the line, since most of Ken is pretty much a reuse of the Ryu figure. But overall, it is still an incredibly solid figure, and I would definitely give this one a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, it's a beautiful figure.
That's nice.
They did show the full line of them at one of these toy conventions or something, or comic book convention. I remember seeing it. I think it was Toy Fair, and they had like that full lineup. They look incredible. I'm surprised they haven't shown them off anywhere else. It was just on one of those Toy Fair places or one it was just one video. I never saw anything else, but they had all of them, so they're already made. I don't know why they're kind of holding back.
I guess they wanted to release them in short waves. I guess they don't want to overplay their stay by throwing too many out on the shelf at once.
I guess, but man, they look amazing.
Are there any pig bloopers? Yes, yes. Jumper is usually the culprit for that. Pisses right through the bed, fills it up with shit. He does it almost every time. He's usually why he's the last pig, and it's why I've changed my shooting format to show in the beginning with the pigs and the ending with the pigs, and in the middle I do everything with diorama backgrounds, and do posing that way. Because Jumper wants to be a butthead, because I always do these on top of my BattleBots arena, and I get really tired of having to use Clorox wipes on my BattleBot arena before using it again. Release the pig blooper reel. Maybe I will, Papa. Maybe I will.
Oh man!
But no, yeah, and these ones, like I think you could see a lot of the articulation, but you don't realize how nice it is until you have one of these damn figures in hand. And I know you know, Vinny, because like the movement in the head and the neck, even with the hair and everything,
Dude, the faces on them is fucking awesome.
Dude, it looks incredible. It looks
so
absolutely incredible. And both him, Ryu, and Fei Long were like that. Like Vinny's got the Fei Long that I sent him because he couldn't find it in his stores. And I still see him in my stores, which I need to go back and pick up Fei Long now since I got Ken and Ryu.
Yeah.
But
I told you at that time when Big Bad Toy Store, they did have Chun-Li, because I picked her up from them, and I know she's won like a lot of figure of the year kind of things from a lot of the YouTubers and stuff. Absolutely epic figure. I love this thing. It's still on my desk. Yeah, man. The articulation's amazing. She's got like 2 ball joints above and below like the waist section thing. So yeah, man, excellent range of motion on these things.
Now CJH, once you go Hot Toys, you don't go back. I don't know, unless you're broke.
Yeah, I couldn't do Hot Toys anymore. That's fucking way out of my budget.
Look, there's only so many banks that Vinny has in his area to knock over.
Jeez, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Now, the one thing I wish they would do with these figures is I love the art, the butterfly joints in the arms and everything. But I noticed when you try to get their hands together to make it look like a Hadouken blast, it's sometimes really hard to get them twisted up and bent underneath that damn thing to hide them. I wish they would have added a little bit of a turn in the elbow as well. Because I know they got that double jointed elbow, but I wish at the end of the bottom half of the double jointed elbow, they would have had a little bit of a twist. So you could have twisted his arm in a little bit more, you know what I mean? So you could have got a little bit more movement to put it behind the stand and everything.
That's why I said, I mean, I really like these. I have 2 of them. You have 2 of them. But the SH Figure Arts, I think it's far superior with the articulation on those. They figured out some really great things, engineering on them, that it's so natural, the movements. Because when I did do the review for Chun-Li, I had the SH Figure Arts one beside it, and just how they did the engineering for the shoulders with the big shoulder pads and all that. She was still able to cross her arms in front of the other. I don't know how they did it, but it was incredible.
My problem is it's the same thing with everything, including the SH Monster Arts. It's the price.
Yeah.
There are huge price tags for everything that they have, and God help you if you don't pick it up right away if you do find it in store, because once it hits secondary market, it gets ridiculous. Like SH Monster Arts Mecha Godzilla from the 2021 King Kong versus Godzilla, that figure, you cannot touch that thing for under, I think it's like $150.
Jesus.
Yeah, and it only came out last year.
Right.
It only came out last year.
Well, I know the SH Figure Arts Street Fighter stuff, when they first came out, they were not as expensive as the other things. And then, I guess, because they stopped carrying them in stores here, Toys R Us had them at one point, the first 2, which were Ryu and Chun-Li. And they were closer to 35 to 40. They weren't astronomical like a lot of the imports that usually, they start at 60. But they were more reasonable. But then, I guess because the big chains they went under. The rest of the lines were a little more expensive.
You ain't lying, CJH. I've seen those Lego prices, and it's not to say that I didn't I didn't have a few Lego sets when I was a kid, but as I got older, I just got tired of them.
Mhm.
And it wasn't my thing anymore. I mean, I was more into Lincoln Logs when I was a kid than Lego anyway, because, you know, big blocks of wood. I mean, what's more fun than if somebody irritates you and throw some Lincoln Logs at them and try to give them a black eye? Just saying.
Classic Tommy.
Yeah, you're damn right. Yeah, I hear you, Papa. I hear you.
Mhm.
I'm glad that that Star Destroyer went to you, went to somebody who would appreciate it instead of one of these weirdos out there.
Nice.
But Vinny, yeah, man, all up on you, man, all up on you.
Yeah, well, this is kind of like take two on a figure, because when I originally got him and I opened it up, well, it wasn't the figure, but I found Shockwave again, and this time he was actually in it. So yeah, for those who are unaware, yeah, when I first got this guy, since you
Oh,
can't
so you
see
finally
the
got him.
yeah, I finally got him. But the first time I bought him, it actually turned out to be a barbecue. Who had it wasn't your classic color barbecue. It was the one that was similar colors to him. That kind of those blues and greens.
It was
or
a
whatever.
Slaughter's Marauders paint job.
Yeah, and man, that really pissed me off. But the figure is actually really nice, so I ended up keeping it. And then I found this one at GameStop just the other week, and I'm like, yeah, I want to get them. So I opened them up in store just in case.
He looks fucking awesome.
Yeah,
well, I have the original one. I love this guy.
So do
He's
I.
awesome.
That thing's fucking beautiful.
Swat guy.
Yeah, man, it is a killer figure. But yeah, he had everything he was supposed to have in here. Thank God this time. But yeah, I think the original mold they have for his head was actually Beachhead.
Beachhead, probably, yeah.
Yeah, but I could never get that figure. That was your Cobra Island Target exclusive bullshit, and the scalpers at the time, because we were in lockdowns, if you remember, and all the scalpers, they knew exactly when the shipments were coming, and they'd be at Target behind the door at like 6 a.m. and they just they ransacked everything G.I. Joe and they were reselling it online.
Oh, I mean, well, you've had the conversations with some of the guys that worked in the back. They talk about how those guys would harass the living shit out of them.
Yeah. A friend of mine, him and his buddies, they used to kick the shit out of the boxes so that when they brought them out, they were all damaged, and those guys wouldn't buy them because they can't resell it, not at high prices if the boxes are all damaged. So that's what they did, just to say a nice big fuck you to them, which good on them. But yeah, man, and it sucks, man. I always liked Beachhead, and I was never able to get him, not even like the original figure back in the day. But anyway, this dude though, I'm glad I was able to find this guy again. Just one in the store, one in GameStop. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get him. And they did a very nice job. The articulation is fantastic. Normally, those figures that have like those vests, like the last couple of them that I'm seeing now, they figured it out. There's like a ratchet click thing in there, so it holds. So yeah, man, it's a good thing. He can kick his own ass. I mean, again, the articulation on these figures are epic. So pretty cool. But, there you go. We got the all the hinges and the feet and whatnot. Yeah, beautiful stuff. And yeah, and I know that they're finally done with this shitty packaging, by the way, because there are figures that they've had warped weapons or items. Luckily, nothing too bad on this set, because most of the stuff is smaller anyway, so there was no need for major warpage. I do love that they have like the Cobra, how many he's taken out, that's stamped on the front like that.
Yeah, see, he didn't have the shield. The original doesn't have the shield.
No.
Yeah.
Or
the hat's like
he doesn't have the
molded
nightstick.
onto him,
No. He had a pistol, a backpack, a knife, and an Uzi with a silencer, and a forearm brace.
Nice. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do the silencer on this one, because these look. I mean, they're kind of like Uzis. They're slightly different. They're a little bit odd.
Or was it a Uzi or a Tech 9? Hang on a second.
I don't know. Yeah, you got the book, don't you?
I have him right here. It's a
I got
Uzi.
a book. Yeah, I just went and grabbed mine too, Sledger.
Oh,
No, I mean I have the figure. I haven't.
Yeah, I grabbed my figure.
Oh, I thought you said you grabbed the book.
No.
Well, those do look like Uzis, but they look like the micro Uzis.
Yep.
Yeah, they're a little bit different.
Yeah, because the full size Uzi is a little bit more like a very short rifle barrel, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you had the micro ones, which were almost handheld. If you
Okay.
remember the original Red Dawn, was it the Russian guy or was it the Spanish guy? One of them came out and he had micro Uzis. I think it was the Russian guy.
Oh yeah, I remember his name. But yeah, man, I do like that. Yeah, you could actually port in those effects. So if you do have the other figures of those kind of special edition ones that came out, you could put them on like any of like the newer figures because they put a hole at the end of the barrel for the guns finally.
Yeah,
but again,
finally start putting those portholes in.
Yeah, what they need to do is put one or two of them, I think, into every single one of these figures. It would make sense in a big way. Plus, for the price points that they're asking for now, throw those extras in. Stop being cheap. You know.
Yeah, you know what? Here's what they do. They've already done it with the Transformers. Like some of the older figures that didn't have the freaking blast effect ports.
Mm-hmm.
They re-released some of these guys in small packs, like 2 or 3 figure packs, with the portholes in the freaking guns. You know, for the people that didn't get them, or maybe the people that want to upgrade to ones that have the porthole packs, or you can even just release weapon packs. Hasbro, you can absolutely do that. People would buy.
They used to do it with the original ones.
Yeah,
exactly.
I bought 2 of them back in the day.
Yeah, why the hell not? I know Valaverse. They do it with their Action Force line. They have weapons packs, alternate heads that they'll put in the set as well. So they give you some options since like there was a way more limited. Jeez, I'm kicking myself in the ass. I missed out on one of their figures, and I'm like, she looks like a dreadnought. So I'm like, I was thinking about getting her. She was called Pandora. I look now, that figure's going for over $100.
That's like, one of those Valaverse figures.
Yeah,
those are nice.
They're doing some amazing work. There's this one guy I watch, or I watch him sometime. Articulated Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
He does like 90% of the stuff he seems to do is always Valaverse stuff, and yeah, some of those figures are just like jaw dropping the way.
They're amazing, dude.
What was
and
it?
Now they're doing vehicles.
Who was it? Tony from Analog Toys did a lot of the Valaverse stuff. I think it was him, and then I know Sal from 2 Cents Toys. He covered it when he was still doing his stuff. He did a lot of Valaverse.
I have one of theirs. I bought the original Sergeant Slaughter.
What was it? Valor versus Venom. I only saw pictures of these ones. Valor versus Venom, right? Is that what it was?
The Action Force line.
Yeah, where they were putting out 2 packs. It was one guy versus the other, right?
No, these are single figures.
Okay.
Yeah, they were single figure packs.
They're in the same exact scale as G.I. Joe, so you can mix and match them. At some of their parts and things, like you could port them over, like if there's alternate hands and whatnot. I have like I said, the Sergeant Slaughter. That's the only one I have from them, and it is a beautiful figure. It really is. But yeah, I was tempted to try one of the female ones, but again, that figure sold out so fast. And yeah, I looked on eBay, almost all their figures, because again, they don't really make as many. They're all going for anywhere from $100 to like 150. It's insane.
Yeah, that's one of those companies you definitely got to pre-order. Real quick, Papa Cotton was worried that his one comment here was too much. I went down to my CVS to steal some hair straightener and got sprayed with bear mace by a Nazi. I don't think that's too much, Papa. Yeah, Hasbro does need to do better, and this is why they're having such problems right now, because it's the stupid little things that they could be fixing. So remember, I was talking about the Ratchet and the Brawn figure. I said I was really upset that they didn't do battle damage. They are going to be releasing a 2-pack of Ratchet and Brawn with battle damage now. So apparently they heard. I hope they heard me, because God damn it, Hasbro, you need to listen to me. Listen to what I'm telling you. Do it right.
Listen to the pig. Listen to the pig.
I'm that old school Transformer head. You want to listen to Transformers? You want to see himself? Come to me.
Right. Oh, and by the way, we did talk about it, I believe, last week. And they do have the pre-orders are now up on Big Bad Toy Store. The Wolfman Raphael.
Oh, Decepticon was in earlier talking about that. He's talking about Target doesn't have them in stock. And yeah, I haven't seen them either. That doesn't mean I won't see them. But yeah, I have not seen them. Just the same thing with the new Ronin figures.
Yeah.
Have not seen them yet either.
Yeah. I saw the chick that looks like Elektra.
Yeah. That's Shredder's daughter.
Okay.
Kira, I think her name is.
I think that was it. Yeah, I saw her at Books A Million.
Yeah, because she's the one that kills Raphael in the last Ronin. Like they kill each other basically.
Thanks,
yeah. It's good. I mean, last Ronin, I know it got a lot of shit, but actually,
I haven't read it. I've been meaning to get my hands on it.
It's really good. Well, here's the thing. So, Last Ronin and the Lost Stories of the Last Ronin, both books are available at Ollie's for a really cheap price if you can wind up getting to an Ollie's. And even the Lost Pages, even though it's got some of the newer Turtle things in it, the way it's done in that book is really not that bad.
They have the Last Ronin, that hardcover book at Ollie's.
Yeah.
Get the wow. I don't have any near me. Next time you go, let me know. What you know what the prices are on them?
I want to say that they were probably under $15.
Jeez, yeah. Next time you
and
go,
those books were selling for like what, 60 in the stores?
Something like that. Yeah, anywhere from 40 to 60. Shit. Wow. Man, how are there no Ollie's here? This is driving me crazy.
Same.
Right? That's what I say. You ever come up to visit me? I know what's happening. We're going out to all my Targets. We're going out to the Ollie's. We'll spend days out there alone.
I can convince my buddy if I'm going to be doing the MegaCon one.
What wife is going to be texting me? I need the car. I got to go to work. Look, woman, we're doing important work here, looking at toys. We don't have time to get the car back for you to work.
Oh shit!
Call somebody up to drive you.
You're gonna have to Uber.
Right?
You're gonna have to Uber.
Dude, man, yeah, they got some really cool ones. Yeah, there's Raph.
Oh yeah, and he comes with all the arrows.
But what is
Raphael.
That? I know. I'm saying, like, what's the gimmick here?
It's part of the last. It's part of the last Ronin thing where they're like totally armored up.
Completely unaware of that whole storyline.
Yeah, it was this hardcover book, man. But yeah, man, it looks good, man. That's a solid looking figure.
Yeah. Oh, well, what I got next, we're gonna delve into a little bit of Eastman and Laird. Sweet. We will be delving into it. Yeah. No worries, Curtis. No worries, man. I know how that is. Yeah, you get a little bit older, and your body starts telling you no, you can't, even though your mind's saying yes, you can. And next thing you know, you wake up 2 days later. They just opened 2 stores here in Texas. Nice. Yeah, fucking Ollie's is a shit, dude. And here's what I suggest: anybody that's got a local Ollie's and you can go out to them, ask for an Ollie's card. So you sign up for free for an Ollie's card, and you get all kinds of extra discounts mailed to you. So we just had one recently mailed to us because of our Ollie's card for an extra 15% off our entire purchase. So,
oh wow,
it's always nice to have those things. Call someone who gives a fuck, woman. Tommy 2024. You're damn right. You're damn right.
It's power time, bitches.
This is how we get into the next topic. We're going to go in with the trivia because it's trivia time here on Collectible Past.
Yep, I knew that one.
Yeah, I knew that. What was that show that they had a couple years ago?
Toys That Made Us.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I knew exactly where you're going as soon as you said that show they had a few years ago. I'm surprised they didn't do any more of those. That was and they did the movies that made us. That was another really good one too.
That
was the movies that made us is what got Trey interested in RoboCop. He sat there, put it on Netflix, and was like enthralled with the making of RoboCop, which we still haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But he puts the soundtrack on YouTube and shit. He'll find like this. You just go on there and voice search RoboCop soundtrack.
Awesome.
But yeah, when I bought my OCP hat, because I told him all about the movie, and we watched the making of it together again, and yeah, he likes my OCP hat. I bought it Horror Hound a couple of years ago. But yeah, I Vinnie, I got that RoboCop figure from you.
Yep.
He's been in a couple battles.
That's great, man. Do you think he's going to be cool with the whole movie? Or do you think there'll be some parts that scare him?
I think he'll be fine with it, given everything he's watched already up to this point at 8.5. I think the only part I'm going to have to kind of censor is when Miguel Ferrer's doing blow off the.
Man, I was 8 years old when my dad took me to the theater to see that shit.
Yeah, I was saying,
I was going to say,
right?
I watched that on VHS when that came out. When I was like 7, 8, and 7, because that came out 8. So I was 7 years old, and yeah. I was watching that with my dad and his buddy. My dad looks at me and he goes, "Don't tell your mom," and just let me watch it. Like, fucking, I don't care.
I don't even know if my dad told my mom he was taking me to see that. I think he might have just been like, "We're going to the movies."
Yeah, I remember seeing them. Yeah, at the movies as well, man. That was so great. Yeah, the only part that kind of freaked me out a little bit as a kid was the sewage.
My dad were dying laughing, walking out of it.
Well, when he hit him, when he hit him, dude, I couldn't stop laughing.
And he splattered.
That was what was that? Ray Weiss? Clarence hit him.
Oh, Ray Weiss was the other guy, the one who I got him, Clarence. I got him. Boom.
Yeah, he gets shot when he's up on the balcony. Yeah, because what's her name? Nancy Allen shoots him, right?
Yeah.
No problem, Curtis. No problem, man. You do so much here, dropping all those links for us. So it's not a problem to do that for you. But this leads into my next topic. So this one is another interesting one. I barely remembered this character, and I had to go back and do a little research to see where he came from. And I was like, oh, okay, I kind of remember this guy now. I don't remember having this toy, so this is obviously a retro re-release of this figure. So, of course, with the trivia question in mind, it's going to be TMNT related. So how many of you guys remember this one?
Welcome back as we're hanging out with Rorschach, the superhero pig, being an absolute butt nugget. He's got all kinds of treats in here, and he is just not having it. He's been staring at the brick wall almost the entire time. Then he's turned around to say hello to you, the audience. So with Rorschach here, of course, you know what that means. It's superhero related. So by way of Playmates, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, their classic line, we've got Mondo Gecko. Another interesting figure from that classic line, and this one actually completes the series for me since they wound up removing Rat King. So I've got everything that they have right now out there, including the mutating turtles. Now, from what I understand, they are doing another wave, and in the next wave, they're going to have Casey Jones. They're going to re-include Rat King again, and he's going to be released. As far as who else they're releasing, I am unsure right now. But let's go ahead. We're going to get this one and set him against the wall in some action poses. Right out of the box, here we go with Mondo Gecko. This one has some pretty poor standability, and he will stand. It's just he wants to fall back on his tail sometimes. These legs were not done very well. He's got a little bit of a ball right there and everything, but it doesn't really help the movement very much since the rest of the legs are static. So let's check out what else he comes with. What else does he come with? And there it is. He comes with a skateboard. Goes on his skateboard, getting ready to roll out, and of course you see on the back end of his tail, which it does have some movement here. There is some movement on the tail. He's got a little skate on the back of his tail too. And it's kind of weird because technically that is considered an accessory. Okay.
Mondo Gecko's the name.
As you can see right here, you are looking at the limit of his posability because it's just his arms, his head, and his legs, which are on a little bit of balls plus the tail. Really lacking in way of the arms, so you really can't move him very far. But then again, he doesn't have any kind of other weapons. He just has a skateboard.
It's been great, but I gotta skate.
Anyway, guys, that's all we have on this one. Because there is a little bit of lack in the posability in arms, there's no wrist turns, elbow turn, however you want to say it. There's a little bit of a lack of movement in the legs, just ever so slightly. And of course, because the peg on the back of the skateboard doesn't accept the foothold that he has on the figure very well, the absolute best that I can give this one is an 8 out of 10.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell.
Turtle power.
Yeah,
I have
somebody
that
has to
original.
complete it. Yep. So you got the original?
I have the original with the skateboard still.
Okay.
And that figure, the card back is, I think, on the wall here somewhere. But he is a bitch to get to stand up.
A lot of the
original too. Then okay.
Yeah, a lot of because like especially the turtles, because the turtles had bent feet. How some of them had were on their toes but only on one foot.
Yeah, that always pissed me off as a kid. It's like I wanted this figure so bad. I get it, and I'm trying to stand him up and set all the figures up, and you can't get one of them to stand up, so you have to find something for him to lean on.
Yeah.
The worst was always Shredder.
Oh, dude, yes. I bought Trey a vintage Shredder at a resale shop we were at. And yeah, he was like, Dad, I cannot get him to stand up. I'm like, we never
the design of that figure just sucked in general.
Well, it was ripped from the pages of the comic.
Yeah, I know. You said it was from a particular panel.
Yeah, from the first series.
I've got
first,
Slash too.
Oh,
Slash and Metalhead. Metalhead was like the robot one with his brain exposed, right?
I like the original Slash, but I don't like what they did. What they kept remaking him. They made him look more and more stupid. They made him look doofy as they kept remaking him.
I liked him in the original cartoon.
But I just like the way he looked in the original figure because he had that crazy face. And they made him look more and more like just a moron.
Yeah.
But that one was okay. But this one right here, as far as I'm concerned, this one is the star of the show. The next one I'm going to show off. And I bumped into this one completely by accident yesterday. And as soon as I seen it, I was like, oh shit, that looks amazing. And I nabbed it, and yeah, I am not disappointed. And even with the $34, $36 price range that these are for these NECA figures, holy shit! This one, if you're a collector of the original comic series type of figures that NECA is doing, you definitely need to get this one. This one is fantastic. I will say before I play this, I did omit one weapon because I was running out of time for the review. So the one weapon I didn't include, he comes with a comma. So here we go. Let us know what you think of this.
Welcome back. As we were hanging out with Rorschach, the superhero pig. Rorschach, don't you want to say hi to everybody? Oh no, Rorschach's giving us the butt right now, but we are hanging out with Rorschach, and you know what that means. It's superhero related. So this one is coming by way of NECA in conjunction with Nickelodeon, Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We have the Wanderer. Another one from that awesome comic that Eastman and Laird put out. Of course, you got all the artwork around the sides and showing the figure off on the back with some of the poses that you can get them in. Really interesting looking piece right here. So we're going to go ahead and give you a little bit of backstory of who the Wanderer is. So this one comes by way of Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 17, Distractions. In this issue, Michelangelo is depicted as a lone warrior separated from his brothers and facing off against a crooked warlord. And this sounds very similar to what they had in the last Ronin. But enough talk about this. We're going to get this one out of the box and we're going to throw it in some action poses, aren't we, Rorschach? Go right out of the packaging with the Wanderer. I will say that this Wanderer figure feels very much like the Triceratops Zog figure. He feels very chunky and very heavy. I do like that. Here we go with the Wanderer in a bit of an action pose, showing off the double jointed knees, double jointed elbows, a little bit of the pivot in the hands, the pivot and rock down at the feet, and some pretty good looking head movement. Got a couple extra hands right here. It looks like he's getting ready to grapple with something. Go with his extra hands and what looks like a Nagadato. I will say I thought there was no waist turn. I was wrong. Just at the bottom, what would be underneath his shell, he does have a very, very shortened, but a very nice waist turn that's sitting down at the bottom too. I really didn't think that they would be able to put that in there, but there it is. In case you missed him sitting on the scabbards on his back. Here he goes with his twin ninjatos. Of course, last but not least, it is supposed to be Michelangelo, so there are those nunchuck. Oh, and did I mention he has a tail too? Anyway, guys, that's all we have on this one. What did you guys think about this one? We are going to give this one a rating of, is another very solid 9 out of 10. It almost hits it in articulation, but misses just ever so slightly.
Dude, that's an incredible looking figure.
Nice. The detail is there. I mean, like all the extras that are there. Holy shit, man! This one is phenomenal, and this is why I wanted to get the 4-pack, because the 4-pack is basically this same mold, and I felt how solid this one felt in the hand. And it, you know, it feels very solid. It's very chunky feeling. Like I said, the Triceratops Zog figure, that one was extremely heavy. But for a smaller figure, this one still has got some weight to it. It's got some heft. It doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart. Like this thing is done beautifully. So, he comes with the 3 different hands. He comes with closed fist, the open grappling hands, and then he's got with the hand weapon, the hands for the weapons. Mm-hmm. I will say that the left hand is a little bit looser than the right hand, so the sword kind of slops around in that hand just a little bit, but it's not like the weapon falls out of his hand. It's just not holding it very firmly. But everything else, the nunchuck, the Naganato, the Kama that he has, which I didn't have a chance to include in this, all those weapons fit really nicely in the hand. He holds on to them very well. The scabbards on the back, the swords slide into those things with ease. Like everything about this thing is amazing. The head movement on it is absolutely incredible too. Really, really a splendid damn figure. And I wasn't sure about the Wanderer because I didn't remember that issue. But when I went back and looked it up because it sounded familiar, I found all the information about that issue, and that's why I brought it up. And yeah, like this is spot on to the pages of the comic. Like another well done, NECA. Well done. Every one needs to be done this perfectly. Like this is absolutely incredible. And this actually gets me excited to see what else that they're going to be doing for the Eastman and Laird line.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what they do with it, Tommy. I can't wait.
No, I mean, there's a lot of room to go. I mean, they've only released so many figures. One of the other ones that just came out, I didn't pick him up yet, is, oh God, I'm blanking on his name. He almost looks like a satire or like a demon, like satire type figure. And he's supposedly one of the Time Lord type people. And they've released him.
Who was that white robot guy that I sent you the picture of?
Well, Utram?
With like the red eyes. No, it wasn't Utram.
Utram is the same species as Kang. Is that what you're talking about? You're talking about the Synergy robots.
Yeah.
So,
They're from white with red eyes, right?
Yeah, they're from the
last
Ronin.
a couple months ago.
Yeah, they're from the last Ronin. So in the last Ronin story timeline, the Shredder is what would be his grandson is the one in charge, and he has these modern robots and everything, and they got flying mouser type dog droids or something like that. I got a couple.
What was his name? I'll look him up.
Oh shit!
Remember his name?
I forget offhand. No, I've read the book like maybe twice, and I keep forgetting his name.
All right, what line of figures am I looking up?
It's Last Ronin by NECA. I mean, they haven't done the grandson yet. They're getting ready. They just put out his mother, Kara, and the Raphael.
Okay,
When they have their death fight. Yeah, and so
Sinja, Elite
Sinja,
Bot.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring up a picture of him. Hang on. I'll just type in Sinja. Oh, wait, what's this? He's blue? Oh, okay, there's two different color ones.
Yeah, I think one of them is supposed to be like an elite. I think.
I got it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the picture that I saw on Twitter that I sent you. I didn't see this one. This one looks more like he looks like Snake Eyes combined with who was the fucking Metal Gear? The Metal Gear dude.
Oh, Solid Snake.
No.
Raiden.
The one that was Metal Gear Solid, the one that was like a cyborg ninja kinda.
Oh.
He was one of the villains.
Oh, I don't remember his name.
He kind of looks like that guy. Mixed with Storm Shadow. I keep saying Storm Shadow. Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes, yeah.
But
They're
this
cool
one,
designs, though.
his
I like
visor is different here. I think I like this one better because he doesn't look like a fucking Snake Eyes knockoff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks more like an original design.
Or a wannabe RoboCop.
Yeah. And he got some kind of little six-legged creature with him.
Yeah, it's like a six-legged like mouse droid type thing. And the other one on the other side is supposed to be it rolled up in a ball.
I like this guy. He's cool.
Yeah, that's why I said like that last Ronin stuff. It's actually a lot more enjoyable than I think some people give it credit for. It was pretty interesting. The original story, when you read through it, you kind of like it kind of takes you down that whole travel lane of what happens to all the other turtles, and like holy shit, man, the way Splinter goes out in that thing, him and Donatello. Splinter went out like him and Donatello go out like bosses.
Stop giving spoilers.
Well, do you know they all die because obviously Mikey is the last Ronin.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, I know he is now.
I can skip this book, thanks.
Hey, Vinny, how about together we just watch a review?
Yo, Vinny, did you know that Uncle Ben got shot and killed?
I don't see nobody complaining
listen,
about
because
you doing that.
hold on. Is it because he was black, not just because he had rice?
Is it because he didn't have white rice? He only had not white rice? I don't know. Jasmine or Wild? The world may never know.
But Vinny, you know, you read The Last Ronin and you get the Lost, I think it's called Lost Books or Lost Journeys or whatever the hell it is from Ollie's as well. And it fills you in and everything that happens in between. And holy shit, like all that backstory stuff, how he gets to that point in The Last Ronin is probably just as interesting as The Last Ronin book itself. I mean, even with like the newer turtle things that they're doing, and they explain all that, you know, with April's child and everything. It actually makes a lot more sense than some of the crap they're doing with like that mutant mayhem and everything like that. It's really not as bad as I thought it was going to be, because I really thought it was just going to be just trash. It's not quite as bad. And once again, I don't think it's quite as enjoyable as the original Turtles, but it does have its own unique elements and charm to it.
Right.
So,
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that. He's the last.
No, I understand that. I didn't know which turtle it was because they never.
Same.
That's the thing. They kept it a mystery. Like they weren't advertising. Michelangelo's the last. He's the last Ronin.
You know that song, The Final Countdown? No one ever made another song. The countdown after that.
Right. I just figured he was off eating fucking pizza, right? I mean, he was always the pizza holic. Or he was off bagging April. I mean,
who?
Michael Angelo.
No, I figured that would make you want to read it more now. Now you got to figure out what happens because I'm not telling you what happens to Michelangelo.
What decade is that storyline from?
God, how many years ago was that now?
The Ronin? Couple.
Yeah. That had to have been at least like at least 4, maybe 5 years ago at this point.
I was just wondering because they were still doing it because they did him in the old 80s look, you know?
Yeah, you know what? It's 4 years ago because I was cleaning up my father's house at the time when they first started coming out. So that would have been 2020 it came out.
But I like they're still doing stuff with the original fucking 80s black and whites, the way they were drawn. I like that they're still kind of sticking with that.
Yeah, I don't know, Vinny. I think you'd probably like it, like especially the surprise ending to the last Ronin. I think you might like that. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I knew it was Mikey before I read the book, so.
Okay. I didn't know at all what they were doing.
Nah, Seth was reading it, but he never like spoiled anything. And I was like, well, wait till it's done because it was issue to issue, right, Tommy?
Yeah, but like I said, you could just get it in a collected book.
Omnibus kind of thing now, right? Yeah, that's what I was waiting on.
Do like a special edition or something.
Target had them for a while too. Like I don't think they have them anymore. I know the last time I did see them at Target, they had them on super discount too. So,
knock. Let me in.
All right, what you got there, Adam?
So that's he's just he's coming to kick our ass, because Tommy just took us out. No, so there you go. There's a wall with a couple pieces that with the snow. But yeah, it's the Juggernaut, bitch. I mean, it's
awesome.
It's just one of those. The background was funny. I threw a couple things next to him just to be artistic, and have a little bit of fun. And I like I told you, Tommy, I came prepared.
those potato head things are great.
I'm sorry, they're hilarious. How can you not? I mean, look at that. That's just
they are.
It's a Funko Pop bobblehead and a Mr. Potato Head. I mean, and I got the bobblehead for $1 because he wasn't in a box.
Wow.
Well, I told you about the ones that I sold a number of years ago, right, Adam? So I had a bunch of the Star Wars ones. It was like it was Darth Maul, but he was called Darth Mash. The what was it? The the Spud Troopers. Instead of Stormtroopers, they were Spud Troopers.
Yeah.
And then I kind of was showing you guys this backstage, which we'll get to the better pictures, but. Yeah, the Kong and then the Batmans with the tater heads. And again, awesome. I don't care. I think, call me juvenile, whatever. I enjoy it. And then I flip the box around. We got that.
Yeah, the column's freaking great.
It just, it's, man, I enjoy it. And it's in the window. But here we go. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah, just lined up in the lights. Sweet. And then what's really funny, there's kind of the close-ups where the two one's curved, one's not, because the Foley one's flat. And there you go. Don't ask me how. But that's kind of wicked, right?
That's pretty neat.
Well, I mean, it makes sense that belt is flat. It's kind of like his brain activity at this juncture of life.
This is true.
You
This
know,
is very true.
I don't know how the lights that are, as you see, all I did was take the picture, and the lights are right there above.
Mhm.
You see, so there's where the lights are, and then when I took it, that's the crazy picture I got for the Kane belt and the Undertaker and the Brothers of
Yeah,
Destruction.
because you moved and
That's just wicked, you know. It's that auto crap that the phone does, because I took them all like what they were saying. I don't take an individual; I take a group of them.
Mhm.
Well, that's
Those are the same pictures.
that's what in photography they call open shutter. So,
Yeah.
and the only reason I know that is because when I was with the band, they took a picture of the Trenton Makes World Takes Bridge as part of our album cover. And what the guy did is he did open shutter and moved the camera as he took the open shutter shot. So it gave that same streaking effect to the bridge. So unless you knew what you were looking at, you couldn't tell what it was.
Yeah, and I'm blind as fuck. So all I know is it was cool, and I did all that for the show today. So I thought it was really cool how it worked out with especially with it being Kane and the Brothers of Destruction and Taker. You know, I was just like, man, this is just, again, I've told you it's weird. Like some of the shots I get are really good, and sometimes they'll be horrible. And then sometimes there's that funny shot of the Juggernaut just out. You can't really tell the outline. It's like, okay, what's he got? Is it a potato head? Is it no, it's a Juggernaut, bitch. You know, again, some fun, $1. I paid $1 for that bobblehead.
That's amazing.
And hours of entertainment,
Yeah.
And taking
Just
pictures.
that's all they should cost.
Yeah, exactly. But again, man, if you've got a tight butt, that's the thing. If you don't have a lot of money, some silly little bobblehead, like I love it. It's a bobblehead, dude. I mean, how can you be mad at a bobblehead? It bobbles. It does its job.
I'm so high right now.
No, actually, not anymore. I've come down.
You've come down.
It's still talking. But no, I mean, look at this. You get hours of fun. It's bad. But again, that's the whole point of this stuff, right? I mean,
and you're entertaining the dogs.
Oh man, I mean, I'm amazed they're quiet right now.
Awesome.
But no, I mean, again, it's really neat to have everything else, be able to share what we got and the things we love. Like I'm not a huge one on those little Funko Pops, but I'm not gonna hate on them. Again, like my daughter bought me a couple. The Batman, the '89 scene where he's knocking Joker over, like that's a Funko Pop set. It's Batman, dude. I mean, you've seen my office.
Yeah.
The majority of all of you have definitely seen The Office and got pictures. So I mean, again, these are the collectible things. So it just fits, and to share it here, at least we have this where we can come on, have fun, share the things we love, and have fun with our friends. Because what more do you need?
Yeah,
absolutely. And like Soul Assassin says, it bobbles. Show hand 2024.
I looked it up and it says his name is Ninja Cyborg. Can you bring it up? Anyone recognize this guy from the?
Oh yeah. I remember. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that guy he did look like a mix of them. You're right.
Yeah.
They couldn't have given him a better name than Cyborg Ninja.
They are what they are, dude.
All the good names were taken.
He looks like a cool character. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, pretty neat.
That's a statue of him.
Cool. Anyone got anything else?
I got one other thing to end out the show, but all on you, Vinny.
Yeah, no, I'm tapped. I don't got nothing.
Oh, tap it. You tap it.
Tap. You got
if
anything?
if you tap it more than 3 times, it's a pleasure, and you
No,
can't
I'm
go on the show.
No.
Tommy, stop flicking your bean. What's going on here?
All right. Their bean flickers, knock it off here, fella.
I've never gotten no complaints before, Vinny. I don't know what you're talking about. You're doing it all wrong.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
We're talking about toys. Stop being weird.
Oh, me? Weird? No, it's no possible way that this pig would be weird. Okay, so the last one I'm going to close out is actually a preview of the next. Adam's got his Joker.
Oh, dude, there's shit everywhere. I mean,
you know what? For one of these shows, Adam, You should just get like every single Joker piece you have out and freaking bring it up.
Dude, I
One
can't.
of these shows. You can and you will.
I would have to. I would get from the phone. There's a lot. Man.
Do it for the wiener dogs, Adam.
There's a lot, bro.
For the wieners. Well, maybe you shouldn't do it for the wieners because then you might be called Dylan, and we don't want that to happen. But yeah, for the last thing ending out the show, this is for some of the people to stop by for the BattleBots stuff. This is a little preview of the new thing that I'm doing with BattleBots. I've been doing these series of fights called King of the Hills, where we bring one bot out and the bot goes until he loses, and the next bot goes until he loses, and we do it until we have a certain amount of minutes worth of fight, because anything over 15 to 17 minutes, it gets into the trouble. I'm spending all day to upload. So this is the next one that we got in our next King of the Hill. We're actually up to episode 3 of this right now, and I hope you enjoy it.
Here we go with Fight Night at the Guinea Pig BattleBots Arena number 3. And starting it off for this King of the Hill, we got the Neck Fury of Whiplash in the red. He goes up against a bot with no name in the blue. Here we go with Guinea Pig BattleBots. Big charge right there from Whiplash coming right out. Oh, good hit right there. The bot with no name got a piece. Whiplash got a piece. Bot with no name trying to line it up and lost another piece of armor as Whiplash came right in. Big lift. Lift it up. And this one is over. Whiplash has won. This is Guinea Pig BattleBots.
By God, that bot with no name had a family.
That was a jobber match. That was old
It
school
was
old school Saturday afternoon jobber match.
That was the Brooklyn
Yes,
bot brawl.
that was Sid Vicious kicking
I
a
was
guy
thinking
when the bell rings and then
Barry
powerbomb.
Horowitz. That was a Barry Horowitz match.
Yeah, oh goddamn! A freaking Whiplash just had a hell of a run in my shorts too. But yeah, holy shit! That's the one thing I tell everybody about these damn things. Sometimes we get these fights that are over like that in seconds.
Mhm.
Other times we have ones that just don't ever seem to fucking end. I had a couple of them where we were doing it for this, and usually the time limit is 3 minutes. We had ones that ran over 3 minutes by about like 10 or 15 seconds. And I was like, there's no way I could clip that down to make it work. So it's just like we have to do the whole fight over again. That next fight runs like over 3 minutes. Like we got to do it again. And like there's a lot of shit behind the scenes. It takes me a while sometimes to get these fights. And other times we get pure joy like that one, where it's just like, boom, boom. Oh, well, that was easy.
Excellent.
Yeah, Whiplash dominated. Whiplash destroyed him. It was a lot of fun. Holy shit, man! Those things are just such a blast to do. I do have a couple new bots in the works as well that I'm trying to put together. And one of the bots was kind of like there's a few people that really like the Hell on Wheels bot, and unfortunately, Hell on Wheels just never seems to stand a chance. So I'm actually in the process of completely redoing Hell on Wheels. Going to have a completely different setup to him. Oh, Adam popped out for a second because he was moving over, I guess, to the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, the computer was doing that shit it does where it starts freezing on me. So I went ahead and grabbed the phone. Yeah, that was fun. But yeah, there's I don't know, man. There's a few jokers for you. just a few. A potato head joker.
Oh, yeah, man.
And then we've got a whole little set of Joker. Yeah, there's a few. There's quite a lot.
Yeah, man, you got a ton of Joker shit.
Yeah, I mean, and then there's the stuff I've made, like on top of the lava lamp, and then the piece I grabbed, and I'm trying to make sure there's one hidden in there. I pulled out the one from McDonald's a couple different times, giggity, and then I mean it's quite.
Now here's a question: do you got the one from McDonald's where it's got the Joker face on the front of the car that pops out?
No, I wish I did because I do have the actual Joker card.
Well, you know what? Piggy Claus may see what he can do about that.
Oh shit. Yeah, man, it's literally it is because I've got Batman and I do have a mannequin that sits behind me. I think I get the award just for that. But if it isn't, you know, the fact that I also did get the Stan Lee pieces that a certain artist is on the panel with us, knock on wood, lucky me. And
That's
us,
right.
you know, yeah. And I mean, and then this was the piece that was of Vinnie's that they copied off the printer and just used printer paper. So I ended up getting it free and I turned it into art. Literally. I turned it into Vinnieart, you know, and it's, you know, I thought it was funny, but I mean, again, it fits in the wall, man. And you are Vinnie of Vinnieart. So ta-da! But then we've got the takers down here, you know, the TV guide, and we've also got signed. And then there's more, man. I mean, it goes on and on and on to the, you know, all of the cars.
Oh yeah, those are cool too.
And so I've got it cut off so that you know you still can see them when you're watching the TV, but they don't really go too far behind the TV. So when I said I pretty much filled up a lot of the room with things, yeah, it wasn't a joke. And that's one of those, of course, big stickers, but I didn't want to take it off because they say you can steal, you know, take them back off, but I think they're lying. And it's the same thing. It's got that Suicide Squad shit.
Yeah.
You know, and then we go to the good stuff because we got just Batman, you know.
Oh yeah.
You got to have your heroes as well. Mike, you were saying, Vinnie, these might be a couple of the ones that went with that the 89 Batwing.
Yeah.
Because then I got the smaller ones too.
Yeah, I found a gold version of that the animated Batmobile.
Oh, nice. But yeah, and then we're back to the wrestling. But then yeah, there's more Joker stuff all up in the closet, and you know this one I thought was kind of funny because it kind of looks like a certain wrestler we know or watch. But yeah, but yeah, I mean again, it's new Wakulian order. Yeah, it does exist, people. It has been at the cons. You know,
it's real.
But yeah, that's just a run through of the Office. Of course, we've got the duck, which is hilarious. The bear. I mean, it's pretty full. The beautiful Migos that are the real deals. So yeah, I mean, there's quite a few. Hat I got from Mr. Wakulian. See, I have my stuff all over. I had a few things fall because of the dogs. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. And then more Legos. But yeah, dogs have ate. I've still saved it to turn it into wall art as I've done. Because, I mean, you get bored, right? I mean, I do. So I do things like this. And there's the other one I was talking about that my daughter got me, the Funko Pop. I'm sorry, that's pretty badass for a Funko Pop.
Yeah, it is.
I
like that you got the $1 million belt. It's almost like it's a base for the other stuff you got there.
I know, right? And there's, you know, E-Tub's stickers there because the kazoo fell over, but it used to sit up like a surf top, you know, like a surfboard.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. But again, it's like marketing, man. Like Mel Brooks said, marketing. It's all about the marketing. I mean, I can't go much more marketing than what I do.
Merchandising.
It is, yeah. You got to get the merchandising, and you know. Again, I've got literally a Vinnie wall. You know, it's kind of cool. It is mixed with other things, you know, and it fits. And I'm lucky enough to know you now, and you know, we get to do these streams and talk about the things we like. And
for sure, man.
The best part of all of it, man. You know, at least for me.
Yeah,
that's how I look at it. That's what I get out of this: hanging out with my friends, showing off cool shit.
Absolutely, bro.
People in the chat get to see some of the things that we have and like. So yeah, man. Again, Mr. Wakulian, which was awesome, you know, and then Tommy, you know, with the big surprise, which was awesome. And again, like I say, right on the wall, man. You know, of course, with the other Migos. But this, I don't know. This is us, right? Like this wall tells a story, depending on where you go, from wrestling to potato heads to
Yeah, man.
Godzilla versus Kong.
You have a proper man cave.
Yeah, you know, well, thank you. You know, finally something proper. You know, besides the dogs that are like, yeah, let's hang out here and have fun. But
I love the random Highlander shit too.
Yeah.
I love all that stuff.
You gotta love it, right? It's like it's in here. Well, because I had a signed wall over here before. All the stuff behind here used to be the signed merchandise.
Yeah.
Or the things I was lucky enough to get and meet and everybody. But yeah, I mean that's just it. There we go. Yeah, another phone cover. But yeah, again a lot of Joker stuff. But you know, we've got Walking Dead mixed in as well. You know, so all the stuff that we love, you know, from wrenching on cars to, you know, well, smoking weed. So, you know, and having a good time with, again, all the people, you know, ta-da, and look, another joke.
Speaking of that, so Soul Assassin said he saw a Mad Max Mel Gibson Funko Pop that looks cool. I'm thinking getting, so I know the feeling, Shawhan.
Yeah, man. Yep.
Yeah,
I don't have an issue with them. You know, I know some people are like, well, that's what's destroying. Well, look, man, if it's got something and you can afford it and you like it and it's a couple bucks and it brings you joy, that's all that matters.
For sure.
Every single time. What's going on, Frankie? Good to see you stop in, man. Frankie says he picked up the new McFarlane Batman figure from the cover number 423 yesterday. It's a cool piece. I seen they did a few of the more original style figures from McFarlane. So they got like Batman, they got Superman, they got Wonder Woman, and I want to say that there was one more from like the original comics, and they actually look pretty sharp. And I remember you talking about the Batman one, Vinnie.
The Green Lantern, Flash,
the one that was the gray and blue.
Yeah,
he looked good. I saw him was in a Best Buy. They only had the one. The one that Frankie got though, it wasn't just a little figurine. That is a beautiful statue. It's the McFarlane where it's just like mostly cape.
Okay.
It's like the very first time McFarlane ever drew Batman. Dude, it is epic. It's like what, like I think 12 inches, something like that. Yeah, it's a nice piece. And they just put it out at GameStop the other day.
Wow, but look at that.
Yeah, that's fucking badass.
I mean, it looked, you know, yeah. See, we've got the bat with the dark too. You know,
we get the bat.
Curtis YZ kicks in. I don't think so. Raiden Mortal Kombat, aka Christopher Lamberlito. I like that. I like that play on Lambert's name. Lamberlito. Oh, Frankie said it ran for $49.99.
Not bad.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. For the size of it and everything, yeah, man, that fucking thing's epic. This is real quick. Hang on a sec, Adam. This is the Batman statue.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, pretty
nice.
It's a big box too.
What was her name?
$50, huh? Well, looks like I'm looking up. What was that? You said GameStop?
Yeah, GameStop had it.
Gotcha. That's yeah. I'll have to see on that one because that's pretty sick.
Oh yeah, it is.
That was a score.
Yeah, we got a bigger version of that. 1 second. Oh, I didn't know he has. So apparently, I guess a different store or from the McFarlane store, you could get it signed, and it's $70. It looks like.
Oh well, shit! Signed for $20. That's not difference. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's what I just saw just now. But yeah, amazing, crazy cool piece.
Well, I am a McFarlane fan. I mean, again, I've got your work next to his. You know, it's just
yeah,
it's just one of those things. You know.
Yeah, you know what? Here, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Though these retarded ass signature series things. If you're going to be selling something as a signature series, and you're going to be offering it at a substantial price hike because it's supposed to be, you know, like top of the line because it's signature series, and this, you know what? It better be a real signature. not a printed signature, just printed
Yep.
on the packaging. And it was the same problem I had with the Eastman and Laird shit when they did the Fugitoid and they had the signature series one. It is not actually signed.
Yeah.
It's just printed on the fucking box.
This
and you're
looks like
charging, and they were charging something. What was it? It was like $60 more for it.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. This looks like it's legit because he did it like on a baseball card and they put it inside the package.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it's a legit signature, you know, I kind of see that. But you know what I'm saying, though? Like, so many of them are not, and they're just.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's like getting a like when you get a baseball, it's Ken Griffey's autograph on it, but it's just printed on.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a scam.
Well, at least if they tell you it's like, you know, it's the Ken Griffey ball, like, and it has like his number and his autograph on it.
Oh
But
shit!
they
Never
tell
mind.
you that, like, he didn't do that.
So
shit.
Adam, this thing sold out. It was $80. I just went to the site.
Even for $80, that's not bad, man. Because again, you're gonna spend 20 to 50 on an autograph. Like if you go to the cons and shit. I mean, I don't know about McFarlane, but you know all the wrestlers and shit that I've met.
Oh
But the problem with
It
getting a
all depends.
McFarlane signatures, you may wind up getting a little tuna grease on your package too.
I do see that they've got that animated series thing on his site too that looks pretty badass figures because they've got the Catwoman that doesn't look bad for the Dark Knight trilogy. They've got the main page
Anne
where it plays
Hathaway
through.
one.
Yeah,
that does look really freaking good.
The
She
Affleck one
she
does
comes
too.
with the bat pod.
yeah. I'm not big usually into buying this kind of shit, but they've got the animated pre-order on that. I was like, ooh, because I love the animated series too. But yeah, see, this is why I always stayed away from his site because I mean I do have the two. I got a Harley Quinn and a Joker that I found at Walmart for like $6. You know, and I got those, and I mean I didn't open them. I've got them, you know, in the corner there and on that shelf. But again, like that was the thing. I don't think I've ever. I mean, outside of those spawns from Toys R Us that I've showed on your streams and stuff numerous times, the Ninja series, because it was badass. But that was it. Like that, I haven't ever really found any pieces, or well, at the time I couldn't afford them. You know, now at least it's a little semi better depending on how things play out. But yeah, I'm, you know, it's nice to see the animated series getting some love and. I've enjoyed what I've seen from McFarlane so far, so hopefully it'll keep on doing well for us. Because I see a lot of good stuff coming from there. Hopefully he'll
he's been doing a lot.
Get back in contact with a certain somebody because there were some badass covers done by someone on the panel here.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, the that Clown Violator I did, man. I've been getting a lot of good praise for that one. So.
Especially what you did, the way you drew it, and what it's doing, dude. I'm not gonna say nothing because you know when you know, you know. But yeah, that was just top shelf, sir. Top shelf.
Man, that's it. I put my heart and soul into these things. So hopefully, we'll have some good luck this time, some good fortune.
You deserve it.
You know, it's it'd be great. I know it would help with all my other projects and stuff too. Because by the way, we still do have the art book is still available right now for a short time. I need to get the new sample because I am upgrading for everybody. So if you did back the volume 3 art book, it looks like we're gonna have perfect bound on it. So it's something that it was supposed to be a stretch goal. We didn't hit the stretch goal, but I'm looking at everything and for the people who are supporting it, I'm gonna go above and beyond for you guys.
So what you're saying there's a little bit of wiggler room.
The Dark Wiggler. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that, but I do have a new one out. The fourth Words of Wisdom from the Dark Wiggler. So don't trust government. It's a good one. I'm not going to show it on a toy stream though. We'll probably show it tomorrow though on the Friday stream, but you guys can check it out. It's on the YouTube channel right now. It's only a minute long. You could enjoy and laugh. But we do have like I said, the volume 3 art book is still available. I'll show you guys real quick. It is right here. So if you do want to support it, please jump on that. Like I said, I'm not going to be staying in demand for a long time. I'm basically the process right now because they're in the process of sending the money. I'm going to be getting the new sample because I did add some cool stuff. A couple of new pieces that Adam just mentioned. So it's in the book now, and yeah, we're doing Perfect Bound. So yeah, once I get the sample, make sure everything's perfect on that. Then I could order the full order of the books, the proper run, and whatever I have left, I'll put up on here. And when they're gone, they're gone. So yeah, that's how we're going to do it. And it's a short print run. I'm not doing a big print run on this. So this campaign is not staying around for a long time. I might be putting up a new sketch. Maybe tonight I'll put it up. But I have a Batgirl that I just finished this week, and yeah, she will be up soon. In fact, I think I had it on the YouTube right now. So just short on there. Give me a moment. Why won't this work? There we go. So here is the if you haven't seen it, this is the piece I will be putting for sale. This Batgirl. So, this was done on like the backboards to the comic book, so it's a manageable size that I could put in with the art book, and then yeah, and ship it out to whoever wants to buy it. So there you go. Yeah, bring a little sexiness in there. Barbara on a rooftop.
Awesome.
Yeah. So,
yeah, guys, if you haven't, the links have been out there. Curtis had posted it again in the chat. Thank you, Curtis. We appreciate that. Links are also down in the description as below. So, I mean, if you haven't, get on this, because once this thing goes to print, this campaign ain't going to be sticking around.
That's right. So yeah, get them while they're hot, people. But yeah, I'll give more updates too as soon as I get the sample copy. And then yeah, from that point, it'll just be the order, and yeah, and we're in business. So it should be, like I said, I should start fulfillment. I'm hoping by the end of February, start of March, is it? So yeah, around that area. Like I said, the books they're all done. I'm just waiting on some stuff right now, file related, because for the printer. So yeah. That's the show tonight, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, man, this has been an absolute blast as always. Thank you to all the people that came with us and hang out on the panel and talk about some wonderful ass toys. And thank you to everybody that has been in the chat hanging out with us the whole way and commenting and taking part in the stream. You guys are fantastic, and you are the reason we're able to keep doing this, coming up here and having a good time. But now we're going to kick it on over to our panelists, and they're going to let you know about what they got coming up. So let's kick it on over.
Shitter was full.
Yeah, it sure is full of dog shit. But you know what? Don't let the dog shit get you down. We got toys and we're having fun, and you should join us and, have a laugh or two. Yeah, man, I have no idea. What is today? Thursday? So Friday. Well, I know Vinny's going to be doing his thing Friday this weekend. Hopefully some Mario Kart. We're fingers crossed, on air, off air, maybe. And other than that, be safe, have fun, and do me one favor, everybody. You got yourself 5-10 minutes, go out, have that 10 minutes to yourself and go have fun, because that's what they don't want you doing. They want everybody miserable and grumbly and watching shit ass TV shows that are shit and programming you to think now that because season 3 and 4 is better, that it's okay. Nah, I'm not going to comply. I'm done. I'm sticking with Tommy. Fuck you. You messed it up in the first place. You should have did it right in the first time. Do it right the first time or don't do it at all. So yeah, other than that, yeah, this is what we do. We come here, we have fun. You'll catch us with Trina. Eventually, we're going to be doing the Dracula on a Wednesday. That's going to be fun. Those are things I have to look forward to other than coming here and hanging out with all the yous. So yeah, this has been a blast. Thank you as always.
and go have fun.
Awesome. Thanks for hanging out with Adam. Always a pleasure. And now we're going to kick it on over to, let's see, who is next on this mofo? We're going to kick it over to this guy.
Hey, I'm stuck. I can't transform. Oh, thanks. I think.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for having me on. I'm glad I was able to stop in tonight. You can come over and find me at Temple Queens, the place to be reviews, sometimes WKRP in Cincinnati. But no, it was good being here. I have some videos planned. I haven't had a chance to record everything. I've been so busy. We didn't get to do Tales from Crypt commentaries today, so next week they'll be back, I promise, channel members. And Saturday night we're watching the Royal Rumble. That's live this Saturday, so we'll be streaming that. Kendo from WCBS will be joining the posse over here, watching that, and going in raw with episode 291. Will be back Monday night. I don't know if I'll have time to record any videos this weekend. I'm going to be pretty busy. I'm going to little winter kind of festivals, so I'm going to do that with the family. And but we got more stuff coming up in the hopper and some big changes at the channel coming within the next couple months. New show. We'll be taking a couple shows off at least one show off the schedule completely, and adding a new one. And I can say that our classic pay-per-view review series will be moved to Wednesday nights, and Tuesday nights we are going to be doing a horror show that will be hosted by myself and Trina from Real Horror. So I'm looking forward to that, and we'll be working on getting some guests from the YouTube horror community on some channels I have in mind. But yeah, that's a lot of big things coming in. I know this artist that's designing a new logo for the channel, is we are officially going to retire the Dharma Initiative logo, which has been served us well for 5 years. And so if you haven't subscribed and you like horror, I cover pop culture news and things like that. But and we stream live 4 days a week. 4 days a week, I think, if not more. But yeah, come on over. I'm one of the hardest working, bald, bearded, amazingly, devastatingly Telly Savalas' illegitimate son looking guys you'll ever see. And sometimes I'm humorous, and I stream with these wonderful gentlemen a bunch of times a week.
Let's be careful with
around
these
these
people.
guys.
Wonderful. Wonderful? No. You could say that bastard comment at the end of that. Thank you.
Damn.
And that bastard Tommy over there and his attack pigs. Jesus Christ, I'm walking around here with less toes than a diabetic, bud.
Thank you, sir. That was so kind. I appreciate that.
Me and Shockwave, thank you.
Hell yeah, dude. Hold them up again. I want to see that.
Yeah, man.
I better look at that.
Yeah,
guy.
here he is. Here he is right here. He's a little loose. He's very, very
Dude, that was
used,
great.
and he's missing the shoulder brace off the Uzi. But his knife is still in his backpack.
I got mine still.
He's still got the dude. One of my favorites, man. One guy that it's a weird one, but Dial Tone is one of my other kind of favorites.
Oh yeah, I had that one too.
Cool.
You know, his color
for some
scheme,
reason
the color scheme was odd, but that big giant radio backpack that he had, the big gray radio backpack and everything, that's what set him off. That and that freaking gun that he came with too.
Yep. So yeah, man. But thanks for having me. And if you're not subscribed, come on over and subscribe. It's free. It always will be.
Do it.
Awesome. Etep, thanks for coming and hanging out with us, man. It's not often
Thanks
we get
for
to have
having
you
me,
on the toy stream, man, but you know that you're always welcome to stop in anytime you want.
Thank you, man.
Dude, it was a pleasure.
Absolutely, brother. Appreciate it.
And
I
now
was
we're
glad
going
to be here, man.
Always a pleasure, man. Always a pleasure. Now we're going to kick it on over to our next victim.
And that all day long, I put up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass. That's my pleasure.
Throw up my Shockwave right here.
Oh yeah, man. Everybody pimping it.
There you go. There's a closer look of him.
Yeah, man. Dude,
in the backpack.
Actually, I think I did have this. I did have them.
Gigantic fucking, look at the fucking blade on it.
Yeah, 'cause I remember that.
Yeah, his knife's the pig sticker, dude. It's badass.
Yeah, that's not a knife. This is a
Love
knife.
this guy. Yeah, thanks for letting me come through and talk toys. I always love this shit. And
Oh yeah.
I always like the when you guys can show me the newer GI Joes and Ninja Turtles shit, because I have no idea unless maybe like scrolling across a picture of these on Twitter. But
Yeah, they're pretty freaking awesome.
That's why we do this stuff. I mean, you know, most of us are old school collectors anyway. So, I mean, seeing some of the newer stuff, especially the newer stuff that's being done right.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. All of us want to see that kind of stuff. And we damn sure want to see every single one of these things like done justice. And I think like most of the ones we've shown tonight, they've done it justice in one form or another. Maybe not perfectly, but I think they did well enough that, you know, everything on tonight's show was a pass. There was no major fails like we sometimes have with some of these figures, like especially with some of my reviews where you say a figure skidding across the table because it was an absolute fail. We didn't have none of that tonight. And that's always a fun time too. To just like watch them bring to life some of these older figures again.
Yeah. That's for sure, man.
But a Slasher, man, always a pleasure. I'm glad
brother.
you're feeling better and we're able to stop on.
love chilling with all you guys, man.
Hell yeah,
I can't wait till you get back into the movie talks. And this is going to be when you're up to it again. When I'm looking forward to it again, man. As always, man.
Eventually.
You know I'll be there.
Eventually.
I'll be there in your corner.
Yeah, bro.
Excellent.
Much appreciated.
Okay, and we're gonna let our other man right here take over and let you know what he's got going on tomorrow.
It's me, Mario Kartitis. Oh
Yeah, things are gonna get crazy again. We got the Friday Underground stream. We finished Monarch, so it's just gonna be on my channel. And yeah, we're gonna be hitting some crazy topics that have been going on this week. We'll hit the Swifties there, Taylor Swift and all of her army, flipping the fuck out at the AI artwork that's been dropped of her. And you know, we may or may not be showing some of it. You know, over on the channel. I might have a couple that I'll be, you know, because they're wild. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time, folks. So tune in tomorrow at 5. We'll hit some of the stuff too, like what happened with Carrie Lake. You know, some of the political stuff, what's going on at the border. If you know, Civil War II is going to be starting or not. You know, so you know, some of the normal conversations again. That's what's going to be on Friday, and possibly some other stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then obviously, I think we're gonna I think we're doing wrestling after my stream with Draven. But we're gonna be doing the Royal Rumble, I believe, over on ETEP's channel, like he said, on the Saturday. So that should be pretty fun. Curious to see what they have in store for everybody, because again, we don't really watch anything except for like those big events regarding WWE. We'll see if they finally pulled Jade Cargill, and her fantastic body. And she's just like, the epitome of hotness with all that good stuff. I don't know. Either that or she's still in training camp because she can't wrestle for shit. But we'll find out soon. But it should be a good time. And like I said, I got all my other campaigns and stuff. Those are all active and whatnot. So jump on all that. Yeah, I got 3 campaigns that ship out immediately. The art book, like I said earlier, just kind of getting fine-tuning some stuff from the printers. And then, they'll be shipping out to everybody. So, yeah, I might be doing the MegaCon at the start of February, that weekend. If you guys are in the area, if you're in the Florida area, whatnot.
Where's that at? Orlando?
That's Orlando, yeah. I might be doing that one. Again, it's still kind of last minute because I'm on a waiting list, but I think even if I don't get it, I might still be going. Well, we'll see. I got to kind of fine tune everything too, because like I said, it's not cheap to do these type of things, and money's super tight. So like I said, fingers crossed on everything. But yeah, in the meantime, everyone, please have an awesome night. I'm going to kick it over to Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective.
No, you were supposed to play something that kicked me.
Hey, Prime, what do you think Megatron's gonna do to Starscream?
Nothing gentle, I would say.
Shitter was full!
There you go, Tommy.
Shitter's full again?
It's been full all night. Yeah, I know you're joking, Lurch, but if anytime you ever feel like you want to come on, just let us know. Just hit me up and let me know. Hey, like I want to pop on, and that goes to anybody that decides they want to stop on and want to talk some toys with us anytime you want to. I personally keep an open door panel as long as you're cool with me. I have no problem with having you on. Now, the minute you're a dick to me, and you try to I don't know, like hump foliage outside my house or something like that, we're gonna have a fucking problem, and you're not going to be invited anywhere near me.
Yeah. For those who know, like, we don't have anything set in stone. So yeah, if there's something you want to talk about, you want to showcase some stuff or hang out, yeah, hit us up. As long as we got room, and like you said, if you're cool, we're cool, then yeah, we'll drop the link.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us. As always, you guys are amazing. And Curtis, man, I appreciate you dropping all those links all night long, man. Thank you, man. And everybody that's a mod on this channel that drops links, thank you. And always make sure to promote yourselves as well. I always say that if you're on my channel, go ahead and promote yourself. Right? No better way than to let people see what you're doing by doing that. And speaking of doing that, that's why we have Cage Talks too, to help promote other creators. Maybe they tap into an audience that is not really used to them. Our last one on Tuesday, we had CJP come on, and we were talking mostly about music and everything, and just like his journey through YouTube. And of course, if any of you out there, you have a channel, you want to promote it, or you just want to come in and talk about why you created your channel, be sure to hit me up and let me know that you want to be on the next Cage Talks. I do have a guest tentatively set up for the next one. It's somebody that we don't see around the channel quite as often, but you know what? That's what it's all about. I don't mind bringing people outside of what would be our standard circles in to have a talk. I don't have that problem. I mean, like I said, unless they're total dicks, then they're not coming anywhere near me, and I will just tell them to go piss right off. But it's that, of course, the toy stream right here, and then revolving around with the guinea pig nibbling live. Now, going old school will eventually be coming back again, but it will be coming back on a new day, and that's one of the things I do have to talk to some of these gentlemen about, like with ETEP and with Vinnie, and I'm going to figure out a new placement day for going old school when I do it, and it's going to be one of those shows that may be once a month or it may be once every 2 months. It's not going to be set in stone. That one's just going to kind of float in and out, because to me, that's a very special show. That's the first show that I got started. So every time I do that, I want that thing to be an absolute banger. I want to have some of the best topics possible. I want to have all kinds of awesome clips prepared for you guys, because you deserve to get the best out of me for that single show. Not saying that I'm not giving you the best for every show, but I want to go over the top for that show every single time, because bringing to light all the stuff that was wonderful from the past that we enjoy so much, I think is paramount, especially in today's view of how they treat entertainment. But guys, thanks for hanging out with us, and we will definitely catch you next time. We'll catch you down the road, and be well, everybody. Take care.
You better run, Mojito.
What? I thought you said don't move.
That was before. Now, you run.